Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, another day, another stream. Oh my god, guys, I don't know if you guys were here yesterday, but I actually forgot for the first time ever in like 6 months. I actually forgot to close my stream before leaving. So what happened was usually I multi-stream, and most of the times I actually click in both both buttons to disconnect the stream on Twitch and also here on the YouTube, but somehow, some way, I just disconnected the Twitch one and I left the YouTube one, and it was so dangerous. Like literally, I could be, immediately banned right now if I appear like butt naked or even worse. So yeah, guys, we survived. Nothing really bad happened, which it was a good thing. And by the way, I also want to thank you to everyone that he was spamming my Discord, because like my Discord notifications, they were going wild, man. They were going absolutely crazy, and I was like, man, what the fuck is going on? I rarely check my Discord, especially after the stream once I want to disconnect. But then people are saying, yo, you're live, and I'm saying, I'm live. I thought the people were just trolling me, like just a prank or something. And then I actually saw a message from Echo, and he said something like, yo, do you know that you're live right now? And I'm like, oh shit, guys. I came running here, and we actually got it. So I want to appreciate you guys for that. And it was actually insane. I almost got more donations while being away from the stream in the dark. We had like almost 60 viewers, 50 viewers. Boys, what do you guys just do? You guys were just chilling in the chat together. That's absolutely nuts. Hippie Dive J, Rex Mocheres and Tang. So, boys, if you guys not being around Diablo Immortal for a very long time, like myself, well, you guys may not know the name of microtransaction, okay? His name is DM. Nowadays, is a very big, YouTuber when it comes to like Diablo 4, Path of Exiles, and all these things. So I think now he does like mainly some variety. Then he has here some this like is whatever channel, right? But he has a main channel. It is mainly for Diablo 4 or also ARPGs. But back in the day, he actually used to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, content creator for Diablo Immortal that, took the swing into Diablo 4 and became very, very successful. As you guys are seeing here, I mean, he pulls very decent views. This is on the second channel. Then I think he has like Diablo Diablo 4 or something. Oh, there it is, boys. 362,000 views. I mean, I met DM not in Diablo Immortal. I actually met DM because I used to also play Path of Exile, Diablo 4. I still play like, from time to time, but I'm not as active. But I still very much enjoy DM. I feel like, as you can see here, I watch this content, So today, our boy Echo, that has a friendly relationship with Dark Microtransaction, because they used to be buddies from like maybe I think even before Diablo Immortal. I am not sure, but they came up with a banger of a video. I mean, a lot of people, this was probably one of the highest requested videos that I got for that people asked me to react. So if you guys ever have an interesting video that you guys want me to react here on the stream, you guys can can put it on the Discord. We have a channel for that. The channel, it is this one right here, daily news and reacts. Also, some people send me in the DMs. Either ways is fine, but like if you can put it here, it's easier for me. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this. It's gonna be good, guys. And it is not a bait, okay? He actually appears here, okay? He actually appears here. He's, like, Echo is not putting, you know, DM on the on the screen just like for the sake of it. No, it's actually here. No way DarthMaction can back. Like we will have to see. I will say that it is. You'll be unlikely because I mean, let's be honest. Let's be practical, guys. DM right now it is in another level. Okay. Is doing, I mean, hundreds of thousands of views. Obviously, like a few videos they don't do as well, but most of them they actually do pretty well. Like, look at this. Like here it was a time that was popping off. Look at all these views, like 500,000 views. This, listen, I wish this was Diablo Immortal, okay? But unfortunately, you cannot listen. Even if you're the best fucking creator in the world, you will not get these numbers just because there are not enough people playing Diablo Immortal that are also interested on watching content creators, okay? So, I highly doubt, but maybe there is a chance that, I mean, it can dip his toe and come and check, like, I will say, if I was him, please do not come and check the anniversary. The anniversary, it is a total bust until now. But I'll say, if you want to try, I know that the microtransaction, he likes a lot to play Druid. He played a lot on Diablo 4. I think it was his main class. I am sure he was main class because I used to play, I used to watch him a lot. So, since Druid is coming to Diablo Immortal, maybe there is a chance. There is a chance that, you know, maybe he can come and watch, but he's a busy man, so we will have to see. Yo Tang, Paolo, Kevin, Vogius and Robin, how you guys are doing? Also Ethan, how you guys doing today? So, yeah, guys, I cannot wait. Also here inside the game, we're gonna give like a few more minutes so we have a few more people joining in, and so they can also enjoy the reacts. I feel like everyone enjoys this a lot. So that's what we're gonna do. So what is WASG? What? Oh, it's what's going on. Okay, what's going on? Yo, what's up, man? Yo, Mark, hey, Tuka, welcome, Bruce. Welcome. Your videos are a total stress buster, man. What do you mean? What do you mean? You know, you don't want to watch like your boy DarthMaction? Listen, guys. I received this in a few hours ago. I've been dying to watch this. Okay, like 100%. I've been dying to watch this. I had to go and do a few things. IRL. I took my grandpa. I had to finish the videos. Then I had to take my wife to the gym, and then I was just like doing other random stuff, right? And now we're here. And during all this time, I was just like, you know what? I need this. I need this. Not only that, boys, I also want to have something to share with you. That today we have lunch. I have rebranded, and here I actually will ask you guys your guys' opinion, because I used to have like this channel. This was a very old channel. This was many years ago. I used to make like some funny roadblocks, funny videos, something like that. So like this channel has almost 6,000 subs, right? Like whenever you're doing content for kids, is really hard, it's really easy to get subs, right? But I made this channel, right? So the purpose of this channel, it is to actually put the longer content, and then we actually gonna leave the clips one for the only, you know, shorter versions of like the stream, like from 1 to 4 minutes, because I mean, I understand, and you guys are right whenever you meme about, you know, oh, look at Indez with another 2 hours clip. You know, look at this 2 hours clip. Look at this, you know, I understand. Like longer content is not like really the clips. So we're gonna make them shorter. And then we're gonna use this one for probably longer versions and it's gonna be highlighted. Like if you guys cannot be here on the stream, or if you guys want to catch up like later on the reaction that I do here on the stream, you guys will be able to see the content there. So I will have to test it out to see if it is gonna be worth it to put it on this channel, or if you're gonna create a new one. And that's how it's gonna be. Yo, what's up, Giorgio? Man, Torj, you almost scared the shit out of me with that Lord. I almost got you baited, man. So, yesterday, short, dark, quiet part was a stress buster. Oh, yes! Guys, I already addressed that in the beginning of the stream, but I want to say thank you guys for yesterday. You guys were literally jamming my phone with notifications. I was like I actually thought like people were trolling me or something, right? Like it can happen, but it was actually not a troll. I was actually live for the past like 30 minutes, and gladly I actually didn't came butt naked, because that'll be a huge deal breaker, right? If I got banned like after, imagine that'll be like the most funny fucking story ever. You know, I grind this channel for like 9 months. Finally, I managed to actually, you know, start becoming full-time creator. And then I leave my stream on and I appear butt naked and I get banned. Like, that'll be like the most hilarious thing that will ever happen. Yo, man, what's up, man? The creep lords are getting out of control. Oh, dude, for sure, for sure. All right. So, talking about stress, well, I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you. I have been trying to play here with a barb. I have been going to the dummy, and I tried until now probably like 5 builds, and this until now was the best build with the best even single target damage. However, this being said, this damage, it is underwhelming by a very I'm gonna show you, okay? Wait, I need to change a few things here. I need to change my Paragon. I'm gonna show you this, how much damage we are at. Like Barbarian, it's not doing good unless we find like something very, very broken. We are not doing good, guys. We are absolutely not doing good. Someone sent me a build of like this guy that solo the Gauntlet 5. I tried it. It was like with a cleave and all these things, but it was lower damage than this one. And this is not, you have to understand, guys, this is not even it's not even a build for the single target. This is like a build for the dungeons. So it's kind of crazy. I feel like the only way to do big damage will be with the Ota. Okay, I feel like Ota, it gotta be the only build that can output a big ton of damage, and we just will have to try to find a way to proc the Ota very, very quickly. That's my concept, okay? Because these, yeah, you're gonna do like some decent amount of damage, but I mean, it peaks at like 7 million. And then if I do this like in, you know, like this, I have a huge drop, right? This is a major issue when it comes to Barbarian, right? It's like every time that you want to buff up, you have to get rid of the whirlwind. They absolutely have to fix this as well. The gameplay on the whirlwind, it's not as good. But I made here some improvements, okay? I see that a lot of people are using the Sunder Legacy. And the Sunder Legacy, it is actually less damage than the Bird Breaker. I tested it, it is confirmed. So, yeah, you guys can already start making the adjustments, because listen, I am 10 minutes already in Barb, and I'm already creating a better build than the ones that the Barbs are running, okay? we are talking about like some 10% increase more damage just because you are replacing one offhand, okay? So as you guys can see, 3.5 million damage around that, right? It's not a lot, but it's what we get, right? So guys, we have some homework, okay? We got some homework. We gotta try. The first challenge is gonna be to actually take Barbarian to, I mean, at least to 300 million damage. We gotta find a way to get at least to 300 million damage, because this is an absolutely shame. Listen, this is a shame. Like, we just came out from Wizard, we came out from Crusader, we even came out from Tempest. I know that these three classes, they are very, very strong, okay? I am aware of that. But yet, man, yet we have to find a better build for Barbarian. So, guys, is it time to go and start the reaction? Because I just cannot wait, man. I absolutely cannot wait. I've been edging like crazy to watch this today, so we're gonna watch that. Yo, what's up, Fexus? Blizzard logic is Barbie PS has to stay low before they have Undying. No, I'm completely fine if the DPS it's low in PvP. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, hey, in PvE, let the Barb do damage. You know, that's all I ask. Let the Barb do damage. So, guys, let me just take a look, and then we're gonna do this. We're gonna watch. All right, dudes. Let's go. Oops. It's happening, boys. So, you guys ready? If you guys can say hi to YouTube, obviously you can say hi to YouTube. Man, we are like 20 subs away. I think it's like 22 subs away on YouTube to actually unlock a new emote. And the emote that I want to put, the next one, is gonna be this one. What is it? Indez. All right. This is gonna be the new emote. Because I want to see my stream spamming this, because I think it's gonna be funny as hell, man. All right. Emotes. New. There it is. So, what do you guys think about this one? Do you guys think it'll be cool to spam this one or this one? Which one you guys prefer? Hi YouTube or like with the hand? Like either way, I'm fine. Either way, it's fine, right? Neither? No. What do you mean? What do you mean? What is the train symbol on your name? It means like you started the hype train yesterday. Whenever you dropped the 5 gifted subs. Yo, Sam from Ireland. Welcome, man. How are you doing? My name is Indez. I'm a Portuguese streamer from Portugal. The hand, the right one. Ooh, we have here, guys. You know what? I'm gonna make a poll. Do you know Darth micro transaction? I'm actually gonna see, because like I know a lot of people may not know. You know what I'm saying? It's been like 2 years, man. It's been a long time. So people may not know, though. You know, the right one, the high YouTube. Okay, so right now we have a 2-1. All right, I will decide later on. I'll decide later on which one we're gonna do. Maybe it is a high YouTube. I think it is quite better. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go and watch this. We're gonna have a video, a very special video from Echo that is said many of you have been waiting for this, and definitely I've been having.
It's Diablo Immortal's 3-year anniversary, and it's my 9-year anniversary here on YouTube, and I decided I would bring back a very special guest that we've talked about here on the channel so many times, but that we haven't seen in a minute. I'm talking about our friend, Darth Microtransaction. Dude, sheesh. I miss you so much, and I know everyone in my audience does as well. How you doing, man? Great to have you back on the channel. It has been legit years, bro.
What an intro. The super special extra plus ultra guest, you know, 9 years. There's a lot to be said about the intro. First of all, congratulations. 9 years. That's a hell of a long time, dude.
It's a long time, man. I know you're right up there too. How long have you been doing YouTube? It's maybe even longer?
No, not long. You got me beat for sure. It's 7 or 8ish. It's somewhere in that vicinity.
So I'm just gonna make here some context, because obviously if you are a Diablo Immortal creator, you know Echo, one of the largest, you know, Diablo Immortal creators here on the platform, still active, still doing content. Then on the other side, we have Darth Microtransaction. He's now a huge YouTuber covering multiple ARPGs, Path of Exile 2 mainly now. He covered like Diablo 4, but previously he was actually one of the biggest, if not the biggest content creator for Diablo Immortal like 2 or 3 years ago. So if you're new to the, you know, to the scene when it comes to Diablo Immortal, maybe you don't know it, but if you're not new in the ARPG scene, you most likely know Darth Microtransaction. That's why we are watching these, because we are having like these two lovely people talking together, and I'm super invested because I mean the Parasocial Andy is going crazy right now.
I don't know the exact year, to be honest with you. I want to say 2017, but.
And I'm still in your shadow, man. You're here less than me, and I'm still in your goddamn shadow.
I don't know about all that.
So, man, so what I figured what we do inside of this video is I want to touch on Diablo Immortal. You haven't been inside of the game since you switched over to Diablo 4, which is now turned into a whole, you know, new virtual career path for you. I want to talk about that. And I just want to talk about your life, let everyone kind of know where you're at and what you're doing. Talk about Diablo Immortal a little bit, because it's been 3 years. When did you leave the game? Like at what point in time? What was happening?
Okay, so the last thing that I remember making video on was the Blood Knight coming out.
Yeah.
We went and we tested the Blood Knight, and then, you know, we did the feedback for the Blood Knight, made a video about my experience testing the Blood Knight, and then by the time it was kind of out in the game, I was already in like covering the next Diablo game.
Yeah, dude. I remember.
So Diablo Blood Knight came out around what? Was not last year, because last year was Tampa's. So yeah, it was actually 2 years ago. So while he was still testing for the Blood Knight, then Diablo 4 was coming out, and he's created a new channel. He went all in on it. Like, he started covering a lot of news, a lot of guys, and he actually popped off. Like, Darth Microtransaction, the DM right now actually has over 300 and around like 40,000 subs, man. That's like super impressive. Definitely one of the big boys when it comes to ARPGs. And you know, I actually been following him for the, you know, since Diablo 4, because I also used to go and play a lot of Diablo 4. I still like the game. I think Diablo 4 it is still a good game. But I mean, also Diablo Immortal, and there is only so much time in the day to play these games.
Remember, you put out a video. I go back to your channel because your videos always performed well. So I'll go back to your channel and I have it. And I'm like, okay, what did he title it? And I remember you titled the Blood Knight something like "We played him" or something like that.
I don't remember. You know, some bullshit title for YouTube as it goes. You know?
I loved it, man. I loved it. But yeah, man. Okay, so we were at Blizzard headquarters.
Loki, what Echo just said, I also did that, and I also tried that. What I realized along the way, it's this. Sometimes you try to mimic other person's style of thumbnail and titling, and it just doesn't work because or it doesn't fit your personality, or it just doesn't fit like your content. And just because sometimes something like works really well for the creator, it might actually not work for you. However, it's still worth to try.
Together, I remember that. It was a great time. I think it's the last time that you and I actually got to hang out, which is sad, but we tested out the Blood Knight, which was actually that was the last super hype time inside of the game when the Blood Knight came out. The game really like came back to another peak. And then...
Yeah, but don't you guys have, like, Diablo in the game already? Like, didn't they bring, like, the actual, you know, like, Diablo in the Diablo game? Isn't he in there now? Surely that had to have been a peak-ish.
That was more recently that Diablo came to the game, and yes, but it was just like... Do you remember Heliquary in the game where you would, like, fight the big bosses? Yeah. It's kind of like a fight like that. Like, it's something similar to that. But yes, you can fight Diablo, which is clutch. And you could actually farm it weekly now. I just did my raid earlier, but it's just like, you know, once you do it, it's done. It's cool. It's definitely cool, but
I think that maybe from a perception of like a player that does not play Diablo Immortal and comes from Diablo 4, they are thinking that probably it's going to be like the fight from Lilith. So Lilith in Diablo 4, at least in the beginning, it was extremely hard, and in the fight itself, it is a cool fight. It is a fight that you need some kind of skill to actually go and manage to kill it. Gladly, I managed to kill it. It was actually pretty hard, but I feel like maybe is seeing it in these eyes from this perspective that's gonna take like 4 or 5 minutes to try to kill a boss, even if you have almost best in slot gear. And then can you guys imagine like DM gets into the game for the first time and goes and faces Diablo, and it's like after 30 seconds he's dead, and it's like, okay, so this was it. All right, back to Path of Exile, okay?
I guess it was a big moment to bring Diablo into the game, but it wasn't as big as far as like spike in viewers and spike in players goes as when the Blood Knight came. But then we had the Tempest, which was a year later, which I don't even think you experienced the Tempest. I know you can't.
No, I didn't. But you know what's funny about that is both those classes got data mined like years ago or something. I remember us talking about that in a video at one point, like the potential classes could be the Blood Knight, whatever. And then I was always like, my money's like the Tempest is not coming because the game was built off the back of like some, you know, martial arts game or something from the East, right? I forgot what it was. It was built off the structure of a different mobile game or whatever. Okay. So when that data mine was there, I always thought it was leftover bits of data from the game that, you know, Diablo was basically like skinned over. So I never thought the Tempest was like a real character, but then it actually came to the game.
This is actually really interesting. Did you guys know about this? That we had like some data mine years ago about the Tempest and this reskin. I have no idea about this thing. The Lord of Diablo Immortal.
Yeah, man. And it's actually a great character. I'm playing the class right now. I know you can't see it, but it's on the screen for everyone else to see. It's a really fun class. It's like a monk where you could bounce around.
I think I'm new to the game.
Using waves and water. Cool class. It's one of the strongest right now. But now we have a new class coming. It's been a year since the Tempest, the Tempest did not get as much hype as the Blood Knight. It didn't have that same type of a peak.
Yeah.
Blood Knight's way cooler, but like both in name and theme, I would think.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the Blood Knight's awesome.
Plus you already have a monk.
That's true. But the Tempest is very...
Plus, you already have a monk. This is so true. The water monk meme, it was so hard back then because Tempest was and is, in my opinion, a better class than monk. It is just better designed because it's more modern. But the water monk was so true, man. I feel like if there is two classes they are kind of similar, are definitely these two. Even though when you play them, they play in a different way.
Very different than the monk, but you know, similar acrobatic type stuff. But Now a new one's coming, and it was also data mined by the same guy, data mine ARPG, who now has ghosted everyone again. I don't know where the heck he went, but
He's disappeared like 3 times.
dude, I know. And this time, him and I were building a website together, and he ghosted me in the middle of it. The bastard. We gotta find the guy. But either way, we think what's coming next is the druid to the game, which would be really awesome. So I've actually been dicking around a little bit.
No shit, druid, huh?
Yeah, I think, I mean, it hasn't been confirmed anywhere. There's been like hints in Diablo content.
Yeah, it's pretty confirmed. Let's be honest.
That was what was data mined as well. So I think it's going to be druid, which is cool. So I've dove into Diablo 4 a little bit on a few streams just to play the druid to like see, you know, how it is. It seems cool, man. I remember you playing it when you played Diablo 4.
Yeah, it was his main.
Yeah, they're going into season 9 or whatever now. I haven't played in like a couple of seasons. That's a whole nother story, but yeah, that'd be interesting to see if they bring the druid to Immortal.
I hope so, man. I hope so. They don't have to make a new class every single time. Okay, so I want to ask you a question that everyone has been asking, and you may have even answered it in your own video years ago. Sure. But dude, I know why you left Diablo Immortal. And I actually spoke about it in my video yesterday that it was like the best decision for you and how it changed your life completely. But why don't you, out of your own mouth, let everyone know, like, why did you decide to leave Diablo Immortal and go play Diablo 4?
Well, I mean, okay, I don't know if it necessarily was like I'm leaving Immortal as much as like I'm trying to cover Diablo 4. Because like they're both Diablo games. Yeah. So Immortal, it's kind of obvious, right? Like I think a lot of us tried to cover Diablo 4. Like pretty much everyone I knew like made videos on it. And so it's like, okay, you're going to try Diablo 4. And I mean, it's the amount of people that were enjoying that content in the beginning. And to be honest, like how overwhelmingly like nice everyone was in the beginning, you know, and everyone's reacting and being like super supportive and all that just kind of seemed like obvious. Like, okay, this is going really well. Like, why would I not continue? I'm going to quit the newer game.
Yeah, the reality is, you know, Diablo 4 audience has 100 times more viewership, okay? And especially in the beginning of the game, right? So if we go to his channel, to DarthMaction Transaction, you're gonna find videos that are performing more than half a million views. You know, 500,000 views. That's a lot of views, man. That's almost no, that's actually in one video as many views as I get in 1 month, like in a super month. And this we're talking just in one video. So obviously, if you go to a game that has a bigger audience and you manage to succeed there, and you have to understand, like 100 more views means almost 100, you know, 100% more, no, 100 times more cash, you know. So if you're making, let's imagine, okay, I am making, you know, per video $10, and now you're telling me that, okay, now you're gonna start making $1,000 per video, and you are not on top of that, you're gonna have more people on your stream. Not only that, you're gonna have a bigger community. Not only that, you know, people are nice, people support you. Obviously, it is a very easy choice to do it.
Game to go back to the Immortal, like probably
what happened to Kitty, to the M's cat? I don't know. Actually, I'm not fine, but I think he's fine. I think she's fine.
Probably not. So I just kept making videos on it, and yeah, and I went from game to game and kind of do what I always do, try whatever I'm interested in, and it went pretty well. I will say though, like after now we're like I'm saying going into season 9 or something, like I've come to the conclusion, this is funny enough, but like, okay, minus the resonance and like the pay-to-win system at Immortal, Immortal is literally the better game. Like between Diablo 4 and Immortal, like Immortal is actually probably a more fun and better designed game and has more.
Darth microtransaction saying that Diablo Immortal, it is a more fun game than Diablo 4. You know what? As a player myself that I used to play Diablo 4, after I started playing Diablo Immortal, I never came back. I actually never came back. I played a few seasons, you know, like a few days here and there, but, you know, I felt and I found more comfort and enjoyment in Diablo Immortal, even as a free-to-play. And the reality is, absolutely is right, that the pay-to-win aspect, it is the thing that actually kills Diablo Immortal's reach to become like a godly game, you know? And you're gonna always have like diehard Diablo fans that they will never buy into the pay to win. And I just wish that in the future maybe we're gonna have Diablo Immortal 2 without pay to win, man. I think that will be awesome. And I feel like we need more games in the mobile, you know, platforms to not buy too much into these this pay to win. I don't think it's gonna be that way, but I can only wish that.
More in it to actually do than Diablo 4, but has the resonance and like pay to win and stuff like that we've already talked about for years, which is a bummer. But like if you remove that side out of it, like
yeah, Record also said
Diablo 4 has less to do in my opinion, and it comes out with updates slower and less quantity as well as quality. Like I was surprised how well Immortal like continued to drop updates over the years. I kept somewhat of a tabs on it, you know. I've been fairly busy, but I've kind of kept somewhat of a tabs on it. So when you're sitting here talking about the updates and what they come, and the guy.
Do you guys think that the DM ever watch any of my videos? Do you guys like he's saying that he's not playing, but he keeps tabs. Obviously, I'm sure like he checks like Echo's videos. But man, this is like an extreme fanboy moment right now for me because, you know, like the same way whenever I started to play, you know, Diablo Immortal, I used to watch, you know, Echo, I used to watch Abo, I used to watch Orati. Now I'm able to actually talk with them, DM with them, speak on and off streams, and is, you know, it took a while to get that fanboy, you know, thing out of the way. But can you guys imagine? Oh my god. I can't even believe. And probably I don't even know if it's gonna like me or not. Man, I'm blushing right here, guys.
And Mordo got Diablo before Diablo 4 did. Like Diablo 4 still doesn't have Diablo in the game, and Mordo got Diablo first. So.
Yeah. I was actually watching Riker's video on the Berserk collab that just came on. Because are you familiar with you're familiar with that came to Diablo 4?
No, I don't watch Berserk the anime, so like I'm not really, you know, I'm probably not the best guy to talk to about the Berserk collab.
Well, either way, I actually watched some of the anime just to kind of like be up to speed on what it was all about. I'm not an big anime guy, but Riker was comparing the Diablo Immortal version to the version that came to Diablo 4, and he was even saying that what we got in Diablo Immortal was so much better than what came to Diablo 4.
Absolutely.
It actually is.
It
was a joke.
It's true. It's actually true, and it's not like it's not so much like because the whole D4 bad thing is like just kind of, you know, overdone. I'm just like tired of talking about it. But it's the reality is like out of all, you know, I covered tons of mobile games like before Immortal. Like Immortal actually is like a pretty solid one. Yeah. It just had such a bad rep because of, you know, everything that we've already talked about for years at this point. But like, you know, outside of all of that, like out of a lot of the games I've played and compared to that, it actually like has a pretty solid core. I really kind of miss like the community aspect of it, because like one thing that happened was I started playing like PC ARPGs, which are great, you know, and all that, but like SSF is like a huge part of these games, like solo self-found and all that, and you're not really playing with like big groups of people, and there's no PvP, and you know, you don't really have like these plans where like, okay, we're gonna work together as the Shadows, try to take down the Immortals or whatever. And so it's like the whole like you know, community vibe of Immortal was a really cool system that I do quite miss, because they do have like clans in Diablo 4, but you don't really do anything with them. You know, part of these are kind of like a 4-player thing. You don't really have these like events, you know, and that's something like that the mobile games always kind of did kind of well. It's like they have like an event, you know, it's like this month this is the event, this month this is the event, you know, and PC ARPGs are great, but like they don't really have like, you know, an event a month or something. It's like you have like a wipe, and then people play for like a month after the wipe, and then you wait like 4 months for the next wipe or something. So like these kind of,
and also on top of that, like they are mainly solo. Like you mainly play these PC games. I came to Diablo Immortal as well with a solo self-found, which is like you create a character, you try to beat the game like with just catching your loot. There's no trading between players. You cannot come to the action house and all these things. So my mindset was also that one. And actually, in the beginning of Diablo Immortal, it kind of made me, you know, be in disadvantage, because I didn't know that I had to join to a party to get the normal gems daily. I didn't know how to actually go like into the dungeon. I didn't even know that I had to join the warband to get like the internal weekly crest. And then I also needed like those demonic remains to level up. So my first month in Diablo Immortal was like, what am I doing? Like, because, and I lost so much progress because of that. You know, that first month was just like me trying out to game, which is fine. You know, after like a year of now playing the game, I am doing completely fine. But going back to Diablo 4, I mean, Berserker events, it was a bust, man. Like, it was so bad. Not only that, they try and they force so hard people to play together in a very weird way. So you have to go, I don't know if they changed nowadays, but the last season I played, you had to farm these multiple items to go and summon the boss, and then you used to be able to rotate between the party, but it was just like so annoying, those rotations. The bosses will just die instantly, and it was absolutely so boring. And once you got the gear, this was the worst part. You get the best in slot gear, and then you have nothing to do. There is no Uber version of the bosses. There was like no deep challenge. There was nothing to do. So I absolutely agree with the DM. Like, I feel like in general, if it was not for the bad rep, Diablo Immortal would be, and it is technically a better game, but Diablo 4 still has more players.
You know, fairly periodic events to kind of keep like the blood flowing, or actually the cadence of releases is something I missed in the genre difference.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, what we were basically talking about there is the difference between like PC model games and mobile model.
Fuzzy, I don't know if you're joking or not, but I would love to have DM on the Immortal cast. I actually, you know, a long time ago, I said to Echo, you know what? If one day you can bring, but this was like 2 or 3 months ago, maybe more. I said, listen, what if we in the future we get DM to come together, do a video, you know, the 3 of us or even the 2 of us, man, that'll be freaking awesome. It was awesome. And after months, Echo just dropped this bomb, which is, well, we're here. I'm having a blast, and I hope you guys too.
Model games. Mobile games need to keep bringing people in with different types of events on a regular basis, while a lot of PC games go with the season model. It's actually cool to hear that your perspective on that, like that you think Diablo Immortal has so much more to it.
Is that one thing that I like about DM, and I like a lot of YouTubers who left Diablo, was either was their integrity for the love of the game, not just for the money. I will say this, absolutely, the money aspect has to do a lot whenever you change the games. All right, because listen, the amount of money and this financial situation that DM now is, just because he's covering these games that have massive audience, that's bringing like thousands of viewers on this Twitch live stream, that has thousands of members and subs, that has thousands or millions of views. It is an absolutely factor that it cannot be ignored. I'm sure like DM still enjoy to play Diablo Immortal. I'm sure that he still enjoy to play Diablo 4, but once you get to a point that, you know, you pay your debts, you know, you got your house or your car and all these things, then you're just like piling in money, then you actually still maybe feel more comfortable, as long as you don't want to fall off. You're more comfortable to play around, like you have a bigger core audience, that you have more flexibility. Also, if you have a month that you don't do as well, I mean, you got the financial flexibility. And when it comes to Diablo Immortal, I mean, you are on the tight budget, man. You know, you are, because like this game, being honest and being completely transparent, half of the revenue comes from ads, half of the revenue comes from memberships and donations. And this is not reliable, because, I mean, imagine if one day my community abandons me, or a month that maybe, you know, shit happens, we don't have as many donations. It's a problem. Like, I don't feel like it is up to you guys to even like financially support me or my lifestyle or whatever it is. Now, it's always up to me, and I'm responsible for my own decisions. And I will try to make sure that's also a big reason why YouTubers, they take also sponsorship deals. It's because, you know, you get this flux of cash that maybe is going to alleviate a bit your financial stress, and then you can enjoy more the content. And sometimes we're talking about maybe doing, you know, a 1 minute ad, and that minute ad on that video maybe is going to bring the same revenue that probably, you know, I will do like in 2 weeks of work. Will be insane. Unfortunately, I'm still not there, but maybe in the future will be. I would say I noticed a lot of YouTubers now for Diablo Immortal. I'm more concerned on how many subscribers and click they get more than the quality of the video. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, I actually don't know. Like, I can only speak for myself. I don't really care about how many subs you have, because like it literally doesn't fucking matter. Okay, my metric is always this: are people watching? Are people getting value? And are people enjoying the live streams, the videos? Are things going up? If the number is going up, it means like we have more people watching. It means like I'm doing a better job. Like YouTube, in a way, it is a numbers game. And for me, the biggest metric, it's not like the views. It is the average length of the video. So if I do a 10 minutes video, for how long are on average people watch my video? On average, people watch for like 4 or 5 minutes, which is a lot. And it's increasing, and it means like maybe I'm doing something better. Or maybe you guys are more familiar with my content. Either way, that's how I mainly value the quality of the videos. And the quality of the video usually results in more clicks. It results also in more longevity, but also depends on the videos. Like a video of news will pop off, for like 20, 48 hours, and then it's going to drop. It's going to be a dead video. And then you have build guides or guides itself that, they are called evergreen content, more or less evergreen, right? They will be forever on your channel, and they will still get views even after months. Let's go back to the video.
Do it. I think that I agree with you, and I haven't played Diablo 4 to the extent of you, of course, but there always does seem like there's tons of stuff to do in Diablo Immortal. Of course, you get to walls in that as well, and then you'll be like, okay, now what? But what other games have you played over the last couple of years? What have you been doing? I mean, obviously D4, and what else?
Yeah, I mean, I would say there's play, and then, stuff that I really make content around, you know what I mean?
Okay.
As you're a content creator, we're talking about your 9 years now, you're familiar with that too. So like, on the main channel, on the TV channel, or whatever one you want to call it, the one that's the primary one at this moment, I've had a million of these things. I really kind of only cover like PC ARPGs, and I don't really put up too much on the channel outside of that. So it's like a lot of Path of Exile, some Diablo 4 or Last Epoch, whatever the ARPG of the moment really happens to be, and what people are checking out recently. But I've become somewhat more of a live streamer these days. I would say I've been doing a lot more of the live streaming, and because of that, I found myself doing a lot more variety than I'm normally used to on YouTube. Kind of on YouTube, when you get YouTube and making videos on YouTube, it's real hard to just people sub to you because they're watching whatever game, and you're not really going to hit them with a video like, I played Hello Kitty Island Adventure like this day. Like people, they don't really care. So, but on the live stream, it's a little different. Like people kind of watch just to kind of hang out and see what you're up to, and have some background noise like a podcast or something because you're on all day. So I find myself doing a little bit more variety. So I've played everything from, like Baldur's Gate 3 to, I was playing Escape from Tarkov this week, or, I did the Elden Ring playthroughs, and, I've played a lot of, dozens of games recently. I went on the Escape from Tarkov called the Podcast, where they talk about Escape from Tarkov, and or actually it was a different podcast actually after it was Spooker and Traffic, where they pulled up data and found out I had played.
And this that he's talking about, it is definitely a luxury that you get over time. So once you start building up that, reputation, the trust, I would say that more than the reputation, it is the trust. Once you gain the trust of the audience, and they feel like they like to hang out with you, they like to watch content with you, they like to just come and chill, or discuss the game, or discuss like whatever is the topic. I feel like that's so important, and because like in the long term, especially when it comes to streaming, I feel like is super important, because streamer, you stream for like 4 hours, you stream sometimes for 6 hours. it is extremely hard to actually make a 4-hour stream just based on one topic or one idea or even one game. So over time, obviously, your ideas will start running out, and hopefully by then you experience and you build up a good community and good reputation that can actually let you to go and deep dive into, like, look at him, Game of Thrones, this new game was an ad, I saw that, Elden Ring Marathon, the new Elden Ring expansion, then we have here, I don't know, Corpunk, I don't know which one is this, Tarkov, Path of Exile, so he's doing definitely very, very well, and this is a result for years of creating content and people now trusting him.
Played 229 games on Twitch.
Oh, wow.
And so, the answer to your question, what games I've been playing lately, the answer would be kind of a lot. But in terms of like what I've been like covering, primary is like a YouTube Andy or content creator stuff, like, ARPGs, kind of in the same genre.
Yeah. All right. So now we're being pretty subtle here, but let's be honest. When you switched from Diablo Immortal, you were a successful full-time content creator, the biggest content creator for Diablo Immortal. You left, and you left me as the biggest guy. Thank you so much for giving me the top of the mountain. I appreciate that. But it was handed to me by you. But you saw massive success, man. Let's talk about that, because you saw the most success, the quickest I've ever seen happen to someone that I actually know. You started a brand new, so you started with, and I'm showing your channels as we go. You have your now DM Clips channel, which used to be your DM Diablo Immortal channel. You haven't uploaded there in a while, but that's where,
like 9 months or something.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's crazy how long it's been. But yeah, that was all your Diablo Immortal stuff. You decided to stop on this channel and to start up a brand new channel, which was DM Diablo 4, which is now Darth Microtransaction TV, and you saw massive growth. So you were able to live stream on Twitch, you had the horse drops, you had Blizzard partners, so you had the game a little bit early, you had a great position there, and
That's a perfect storm for sure.
What's that?
So it was a perfect storm for sure. I got a lot of luck, that kind of all came together the same way.
But dude, it wasn't all luck, because you also grinded and no-lifed the hell out of that game. And while you were no-lifing it, you weren't just learning it, you were also putting out content on it at the same time, which is where you excel. And actually something that I've learned from you over the past couple of years being friends with you, how to do that, because that's something I never did before.
You're embarrassing me here, Echo. This is a little too high a praise for a casual chat here.
Dude, this needs to be heard, man. I mean, so enough of the, I'm going to stop, praising you too much, but essentially you went...
like everyone, and to be clear, everyone that covered Diablo 4 saw explosive growth. Like
that's
I definitely
not
was
true,
not
dude.
The only one. Like tons of kids did.
That's not true. There are tons of content creators that left Diablo Immortal that now no longer make content at all. We don't need to throw any names out there, but you are the one that left Diablo Immortal and saw success. So we don't...
I will say that they are both in the right. What Echo is saying, that Darth Microtransaction definitely saw the biggest and explosive growth. One of like the key things is not only his personality, the way he approaches the guys, the way he was just like honest about it, but he also got that Asmongold, he reacted to one of his videos, and that drove so much more flux of players that because Asmongold, even though he covers a bit of gaming here and there, like we all know that he's mainly a React Andy, and then he plays a bit of games and all these things. So in the middle of the hype, you are growing, all right? Like the Art Microtransaction was growing, and then on top of that, you get like this nitro boost of all of a sudden you get like this big flux of viewers coming into your channel. That's huge. That's huge. Imagine, like, we actually have a perfect example. Like recently, there was this girl called the Background NPC. She made a video talking about like female characters. That video got clipped, a short version, put it on Asmongold Reddit. Asmongold reacted to it, uploaded on his main channel, and this girl she was with 400 views on that video and 300 subs. And In 3 days, she got 100,000 subs. I think like she's now sitting at like 140. So that's definitely the power of reaction whenever you have like a huge big content creator that can be Asmongold or any other, like as long as it's bigger than you, it will always, as long as your channel is ready and you are ready to take all in that flux of viewers and you don't change your mind or you don't change yourself, but you're ready to take all the traction, you can see explosive growth on the channel, which is exactly what also happened to me. But 100% merit for Dark Microtransaction, man. I used to watch like more whenever I was not a creator. I used to watch his stream all the freaking time, man.
Don't need to talk anything crazy here, but you went from being a grinder YouTuber, kind of like what I am right now, making a living, paying your bills,
yeah,
but grinding to get there, to being to getting it to be an explosive growth where you went in a short amount of time. You got yourself your play button for the new YouTube channel. Sure. Talk to me a little bit about the type of growth that you saw, whatever you're comfortable with here, and how it actually felt. Because really, that
it's like those things that luck is made. You know, you gotta be a bit lucky, but you gotta prepare yourself. And it's like, you know, right place, right time, right attitude, right content. Like, and sometimes it just clicks, man. I mean, in a very small version, I had that with the auto build, right? It was like my first video. Somehow it popped the fuck on. Like that video exploded. I mean, exploded for Diablo Immortal context and for the brand new channel. And I was very glad for that. And now we're here. And that's what happens also with the, you know, we have like these multiple pop-offs that you need multiple moments like that to keep growing your channel. That's so important. While watching Kota last night, at one point 300 live viewers. That's good for a Spanish company. Yeah, that's extremely good, and that's why I was saying the other day, like someone said, like Kota is thinking about like maybe starting to do content in you know, in English, and I don't actually think that's maybe a good idea, because like here is way more diverse. Maybe is not as comfortable with it, and if you are the biggest streamer, or if you're the biggest at something, keep with that. Maybe you can create a different channel and try to do like some English content, but I will not 100% fuck with that channel, right? Like if you're doing that well on the Spanish one, it seems like a level-headed guy. It seems like he's bringing the value, is bringing these things, and Spanish viewerships, even though the RPM, it is quite lower. So what it means, RPM, it means like it needs more views to make the same amount of money, because like the economy of like certain Spanish, you know, it's all about the economy and the currency and all these things. But yet 300 live viewers, it is a lot. I never pulled 300 viewers. The maximum I did, I think, was like 250, and I was doing these 100 crest runs, all these explosive things that people get like super excited about, right?
That's the dream, right? You reached that dream point, and I want to know how it felt, what it was like, and was it really that great of a dream after all, since you reached it?
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess, okay, so I'll try to answer your question, because you can ask anything you want. I'm open book here, but, okay, so...
yeah, open it up, bro.
What was the first question? You said 3 things there. I forgot what was the first one you meant.
So what was it like to start a new channel, which you were probably nervous as heck about in the first place, to do something new and kind of leave the old one behind, and to see that type of growth so quickly? Dude, you could just refresh your page and see that you're gaining, like, you know, big numbers.
At the time, it slowed down a lot, and, you know, stuff now, but... sure. I mean, where to start, dude? You're okay. We talk about nerves. I mean, you know, when I was covering Immortal, actually, you know, was quite enjoying the game I was in. Like you're saying, I was in a good position there and all that. But like, you know, refusal to try new things is the death of self. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it's like, okay, well, I gotta, you know, I only had success in Immortal because I tried it. So it's like, I'm going to try something new. So yeah, it was kind of nervous trying something new when you're already like comfortable, for sure.
Yeah.
But the nerves too, if I'm being quite honest, were kind of more than just that. Like I think I only had like $4,000 or something to my name, like, and I still owed taxes, for the year. Like at the time when I was swapping, and I think I was making like 2 or 3 grand a month or something, like off of it more though, right? At the time when I was swapping, right? And so like to be real with you, I needed that income.
So Dart microtransaction, you was doing 2,000 to 3,000 in AdSense at the time. I think right now, I probably like in AdSense, like I'm actually gonna see, because I'm gonna try to compare it. Maybe at the time also, because like Diablo Immortal was quite new. Maybe there was like more people, or at least more companies interesting on sponsoring like the video. But I can say here that I mean, like, I can share you with you guys, right? Like in the past months, my channel did like 1,400. So if he's doing $2,000 to $3,000, it means like he's probably like doing 2.5 to 3,000. Yeah, it's quite a lot, man. It's quite a lot. It's probably like each channel has the double of the viewership as me, right? It is a lot. It is actually a lot. But also I need to have in mind, this was in the time that we had so many more players. Okay, we have so many more players in Diablo Immortal than we have right now. And I mean, I think I still do good, right? But obviously the growth, if you ever go to a channel that it is new, it is popping off, people are excited, a lot of eyeballs, you will do it. So I can actually, remember Abu, guys, Abonis, he recently with the Terry's Land, he got this video, a tier list that he pop on, and it got like 140,000 viewers. 140,000 views. I will like immediately for the next week just do Terry's Land content. I will absolutely do that, because like even if it was going to be like for 1 or 2 weeks, I will just try it out. Because if you're getting like 6,000 to 8,000 views, and all of a sudden you get a video that is getting like more than 100x, I feel like it is at least worth the shot.
Like I couldn't.
But I feel like the problem was that Abu, they don't like Terry's Land. So I'm also, I understand that. I don't think I could actually play a game that I don't like it just for content. I think that's a perfect recipe for instant burnout and mental health issues.
Like there's no way that I could like have a miss. Like it had to go well in order to like have any chance to success. No, I didn't know I was going to get, as kind of lucky as I did and have kind of the perfect storm where people were going to be overwhelmingly supportive. So that's kind of why you saw me do a couple videos over the year. Like, things kind of changed for me because they did,
Yeah.
And so I was able to, be a lot more comfortable. I'm still not a millionaire or anything like that, but like it at least made me be able to like not worry about rent anymore. Like I'm good. I'm still renting a house and whatnot. And,
yeah.
So that, in terms of like the success, that was nice to, have a little bit less of a boot on your throat, I guess. And, I've struggled with
that. Financial stress, guys. It is rough. I think everyone that's been through that knows that. And it is rough. That's one of the reasons why I grind so hard. That's why I always try, because I mean, I just want to make it, I want to make it, and I want to get out of like this uncomfortable situation that I'm putting me, my family, my wife. She definitely does not deserve this. And yeah, I work my fucking ass off for it. And so I completely understand what he's talking about. And sometimes you gotta risk to take the biscuit, man.
With other stuff beforehand, so like having one less pressure was kind of nice, to be honest. But like outside of that, like it also kind of was like not what I thought it was going to be quite honest with you. Like it it's super cool to like see the numbers and like, oh my God, it's working. You know, it's like, you know, the scene from like Batman where the Joker's like, you know, I'm like a dog. I didn't know what I would do if I catch it. You know, it's like, that's kind of what happened. So it's like, oh shit, like the YouTube dream of like, you know, green number good, like everything is going well. Like people are loving the videos. The comments are all positive. People seem to think my videos are really helping them. You know, financially it's helping. Like everything kind of comes together.
Yep.
Like, you know, it's all good, but then also it's kind of hard feeling to describe, but you know, I had people like recognize me and shit all at once. So like I remember one time I was on a plane and the guy literally walks down the plane, like on the plane to like tap me on the shoulder and be like, oh, I recognize your videos. Like, you know, you're such a nice guy or whatever. And so I was like, oh, that's great. You know, and so it's like you have these moments where I was just like, oh, this is like surreal. Like people are actually, you know, and like I say, it's died down a lot, you know, more now. But at the moment, they're like, you got Asmon reacting and all these people. And it seemed like the whole fucking world was watching me during that month, you know, for whatever reason. And so like that was
the stars aligning,
that
man.
was kind of crazy. And then, you know, as time goes on, it calms down, and then you only see, you know, you only see like a percentage of the moment. So then you got to kind of like, you know, reality check for a moment. Like the game is a pop off and everyone sees you, but then like you're not going to just forever. Like I'm not going to 30 million YouTube subs and like own a fucking yacht and I'm the next Mr. Beast. Like you're going to, you know, it's like, oh, hey, this guy. And then, you know, people get bored and move on or whatever. You have a certain percentage of the audience that stays, etc. And so it's like, from there, it's kind of like, the way I always describe it is it's not flying, it's falling in style. Like Buzz Lightyear would say, you're just kind of like, you know, coasting for a bit and try to relax. And so from there, you know, there was a certain amount of time which I was like, well, what do I do now? You know what I mean? And I realized, well, just relax. Like just, you know, it took like a year or more to get there to realize that. Yeah. But it's just, you know, relax and play games and have fun.
It's like, obviously in a minor scale, but whenever you go that high, it's still like there are always like these milestones that you have as a creator. It can be like subscribers, you know, hitting your first 1,000 because it's gonna be able to get you subscribed, monetize on the channel. Then you have like 10,000 subs is also cool. Then probably it's like 100,000 subs. But the reality is what it matters is when it comes to the views. The views are in all those metrics, like the watch time, the everything, like you see like so high. And then whenever you like YouTube Studio, it's made in a way that it is absolutely gamification. And even though you made it, it still feels bad if you output a video that is not performing and you see like these red arrows, man, like you see these red arrows, like it's not performing at all, or oh my god, like this month people didn't watch as much my videos, or am I falling off? Like you always have like this constant self-doubt, and that's why for me, even though I had a design agency in the past and I on all these things, man, YouTube for me, it is absolutely more stressful than that because it is a 24/7 thing, and every day it is a challenge, and every day it is like, am I gonna make it or am I gonna falling off? And it's quite stressful, So
fun, and then cover what you want to cover, and you know, try to keep as genuine, as authentic as you can, and have fun with it, and you know, do stuff like what I'm doing now, like keep talking to your friends and whatnot.
I think
that was interesting. There's other stuff that came with it, but you know, it's I guess topic for another conversation.
Yeah, no, I mean, so you went from doing Diablo Immortal, you started the new Diablo 4 channel. You had to be super careful and successful because of, you know, having to pay your bills, and you pretty quickly saw, holy crap, this is working better than I thought it was going to work. Diablo Immortal suddenly got a way back seat because you had to focus all of your time into being relevant in Diablo 4. You were putting out content on YouTube like crazy then and doing live streams. Now on YouTube, you put out a lot less content, and I'm not going to say you're not a YouTuber because you 100% are. You're still, even with the less uploads, you're still very successful on YouTube. but you stream every day. So when someone asks you, or when you describe what you are, when someone asks me what I do, I tell them
He's living the dream, guys. Like, whatever you guys are watching here, I always was honest. The reason why I started streaming is because I love to stream. Stream in general, it is a bad financial decision, especially whenever you're trying to kickstart your career and all these things, because it just takes like so much time off your day. So if you don't like to stream or enjoy these, just don't do it. Like, it is way more financially better for you if you actually just pump videos all the time and you become successful at it. The only reason why I do this way is because I'm not trying to become a YouTuber. I know that a lot of people describe me as a YouTuber, but I see myself now and in the future as a streamer. That's what I want to be recognized. I don't want to be the most knowledgeable guy or the guide maker for this and that game. I want to be an entertainer. I want to be a streamer that you guys will like to hang out, that you guys will laugh, that you guys will enjoy to be here and have fun. And that's it. That's like literally my goal. So I feel like looking at DM is just living the life the way he wants it. Having a website with your own logo, merchandising, and sell attached to your channel makes YouTubers blow up. You think so? You were saying that maybe the next breakthrough will be like GTA 6. I mean, everyone's going to be on GTA 6, right? I just also feel like it is important for people to play with their own strengths and, and I think that's what also Diablo Immortal DarthMaction transaction did, It made a perfect transaction in this case from Diablo Immortal to Diablo 4, and it made sense. I don't know if for me it will make sense. I never played any GTA except like San Andreas and Vice City. Going to GTA 6, I don't know. I can try it, but I don't know if I can see myself like making content for a game that maybe it's not like my personal taste, I said you should make shirts a long time ago. Like, the problem like with making merchandise and shirts and all these things, like first I don't know how to do them, okay? Then I don't know if I want to deal like with the shipping thing. I don't know. I will have to figure it out. But one thing that I started doing that is actually becoming very successful, it is I started selling one-on-one consulting, right? Like, I do account reviews for Diablo Immortal. I offer them for free if you guys become a whale on the membership, or I also charge on the side for the, and I feel like it is a perfect way to, leverage my skill, my knowledge, all my time invested in this game to go and, give you a quick fix your account, make you do way more damage, try to explain the game in a better way, and it's working fine. Even like this week, man, I have like 3 sessions, that I'm gonna do, and it just works. It works.
I make YouTube videos. I'm a YouTuber. I still feel weird telling people I'm a YouTuber. I always say I make videos on YouTube. Because I do stream also, but I consider myself a YouTuber more. What do you consider yourself? Like, how do you describe yourself? Are you a streamer or a YouTuber? What do you do?
50-50. I do both. I mean,
Yeah, it does both.
The YouTube is as important as the Twitch. It's their 2 sides of the same coin, really. Mm-hmm. The only problem is it's like, you're not going to just upload videos of you like cooking a steak or something. I mean, like, maybe you are, but like,
you did.
Not every day, right? Yeah, I did that once. So it's like, when there's nothing to talk about, like, I just don't want to pump out a bunch of dog shit. So I just tend to like only upload when I have something to say, or there's like a video or something to actually be made there. So I try to do that a lot more. And then a lot of these games that I've been trying.
And also it does this because it just has more financial freedom now. Also maybe the games are being out for a long time, that there's not as many news to actually talk about. And that's why I was saying, like in Diablo Immortal, if you want to create content every day, it is pretty hard. But I feel like in Diablo 4, or any of like these Diablo ARPGs for PC, it is even harder because it's like you have these huge pop off on whenever the seasons are announced or the season comes, then people play for like 1 or 2 weeks, and then the hype dies out, and then you have like these dry like it's literally like 2 or 3 months with dry content. Maybe they're gonna put like a build here and there, but there's just not like that much information. And in that sense, Diablo Immortal is actually better, even though, you know, it is a small mobile game that we, you know, have to make here some magical ideas to sometimes like being able to keep, you know, that daily upload. But even if you miss like 1 or 2 days, it is completely fine if you just don't have anything to say.
You know, there's already like experts and stuff for, so like I typically don't just like farm like a lot of, you know, there's kind of a, in the ARPG and Path of Exile and stuff, there's kind of like an aura around just making dog shit videos just for the sake of like farming views. Like you try to not do that for like, because people get roasted out of the community all the time for making like build guides and stuff that like are just terrible just because you want to farm the SEO, or someone like searching for best build guide, Path of Exile or whatever. Like those people get kicked out of the community very quickly. So even though I've been, you know, I've got thousands of hours in these games and stuff now, and I'm like learning them, and you know, and the Path of Exile 2 primarily, so I've been playing, like I've got, you know, as many hours as anybody. Like I tend not to you know, farm too many of those videos until I actually, you know, have learned the game fully. So because of that, you know, I find myself making less.
Also, like the Path of Exile in general, it is most likely the most complicated, complex game that there is on the RPG genre. So you have these guys that have like thousands and thousands of experience in Path of Exile 1, that obviously they are transitioning to Path of Exile 2, but still, you know, the core of the game in a lot of aspects, it is still the same, and there's a lot of knowledge that gets carried from one game to the other. So, for example, if in the future there is a Diablo Immortal 2, obviously a lot of, even if there is like different mechanics in these, a lot of the things of the card things of the game will definitely translate to it and get an advantage. So this is a perfect example of like, you know, DM being self-aware of his strengths and weakness, and it just, you know, is comfortable, and it feels like I don't want to just put dog shit content just so I just get like that, you know, extra revenue. It's probably doing very, very well. In my opinion, I think it's more monotonous in the meta builds. There is so much instances. The problem, CB, I understand what you're saying. The problem is like not a lot of people are interested on that, and there is also another big flaw when it comes to Diablo Immortal. The meta builds are so much better than the off meta ones. Like it's not even close. It's like one is playable. Off meta, it's like it is playable. Okay, meta usually means like it is like I'm playing with the best of the best, and I'm just like smashing, you know. So if you're gonna play with the battle mage wizard and you actually take the time to learn that build, it is a very, very strong build. It is, even though I like to play the CC wizard, that battle mage build, it is so freaking strong. And obviously people just want to play the best builds, the best classes. How many times you heard me here on the stream? People coming into the chat and ask, what is the best class to do X? What is the best class for free to play? What is the best, you know, or what is the best build? Like, that's what people are searching for, and that's what people want. A lot of times I say, if you're just starting the game, just pick whatever you want and have some fun. Later on, you can deal with that thing, but people don't want that. It's just like the way also gaming and in the audience and the players, like this is how people play. People, before even installing the game, they are already watching a beginner's guide. They are already, before even they create the character, they already know which is the best character. And this is the way it is nowadays. That's like literally the way you know, modern gamers are, and a big thing is because content, it is super available. And maybe in the 90s, you had to go, if you had a doubt on the game, you had to call like this call center or whatever you had to do, right? To get your doubts solved.
Videos, but to go back to your original question of whether I consider myself more, it's a
I met the builders also same time, right?
I don't normally tell people like too much in person. Like if someone asks or someone I do, I'll answer, but like it depending upon the context. A lot of times you tell me work in marketing or something, because or else they're gonna have like, oh, what you make videos on? Oh, I make videos on video games. Oh, you can make a living doing that? Yeah, I make a living doing that. And then they're like, oh, how much money do you make? And it's just like, they just immediately.
This is such a barber talk, man. This is such a barber talk. Every time you say you're a YouTuber or a streamer or something, like it is so cliche. This, especially if someone that does not understand like how it is things nowadays.
Ask you a million extremely too personal questions. So I tend to
What is your YouTube channel?
Depending upon the person, I'll answer that question.
They ask you all those too personal questions that I'm asking you here today, basically.
No, you're good. You're good. You're my friend already. You can ask me what you want, but strangers on the other end.
I know, man. I know. Well, so you're live every day over on Twitch. What have you been playing lately? It's Tarkov, the shooting game. What else have you been playing lately, or is that really?
Path of Exile 2, Escape from Tarkov. There was something else I played recently, but it escapes my memory. Path of Exile 1 is having a new league here coming up on June 13th. So be playing that for sure. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of bounce between the PC ARPGs and check them out. Diablo 2 had a new project, Diablo 2 patch drop, but I kind of skipped out on that one. But there's a couple other ARPGs I'm still going to try.
That's really cool, man. I mean, that's as a YouTuber, at least in the shoes of most content creators on YouTube, I know that you're not kind of stuck in this box anymore, but if I put stuff on this Diablo Immortal channel that really don't revolve around Diablo Immortal, I get penalized for it. Like I can't do it. Yeah. So I'm envious of you being able to just whip up a stream on Twitch and play whatever the hell you want, and you're still going to have your viewers there supporting you, and that's really cool. How does it feel to be able to not be, you played Diablo Immortal for 2 years every day, streamed it, made videos on it. That was your bread and butter. That was your primary thing. How does it feel to not have to be so locked in?
I mean, it doesn't, to be honest with you, bro, it doesn't really feel that different.
Really?
Because because we still have a job to do. Like we're still gonna, I still got to make videos. I still got to turn on the live stream. Like, we're working, but we get to play video games for a living. So it's like the only thing that's really changed, like really, is what game I'm playing. Mm-hmm. Like there's nothing else about
it's like the game is playing and the scale, right? It is definitely probably, I was saying that it is stress-free financially, but I also can say that, there's two sides of the coin, right? Like with a higher viewership, the higher the pressure you're most likely gonna feel, that you're gonna have to perform, or that you're gonna have to to bring the best, so people can stay and can enjoy your stream and all these things. Personally, I usually stream without the viewer count. Sometimes I go and I check it out, but the main reason is because imagine like we are popping off and we have like 100 viewers, and then all of a sudden we have like 60 viewers like on live on stream. I was like, okay, maybe now I'm garbage. Like, what is happening? Like, and I just don't want to have these thoughts. But I can like really imagine that if you are that successful, definitely you're gonna have new problems that you didn't have. Like I feel like life, it is all about just problem solving. You solve one problem, and you get another. Maybe I'm gonna be honest. Some problems are better than others, okay? Some are actually world first problems, right? Like if you're trying to figure out how to get money at the end of the month to pay for the rent or for the food, that's a very bad problem. But if your problem is like, what game am I gonna play next? Or, oh, I'm feeling stressed, like this video is not performing as well. Maybe I have to change the thumbnail. Oh, I have like this. But like these are the good problems that I think that a creator can have later on in his career. But I only been doing this for 9 months. So I'm still like, I will consider myself a baby. Like Echo has been doing this for the 9 years. And DarthMaction transaction also been doing this for the probably like 7-8 years. So these are the big boys, man. And I enjoy also to watch these, and I can see that you guys also probably do, because there's always learning lessons here.
About my life has really changed, other than like I'm renting a 3-bedroom house instead of a 1-bedroom cabin. Like, it's the same shit. Like, I wake up in the morning and I log on and I play video games all day, and then I'll go.
And instead of streaming for the 5 of 10, 50 or 100 viewers, now he streams for 1,000, right?
Oh, hang out with my girlfriend, we'll play video games on our iPad or whatever and watch TV, and then we go to bed. Yeah. And it's Groundhog Day, put your little hand in my cup again, and I hit the alarm, and then right back. I'm still playing video games all day. Like, it kind of really is. It's not really that much different, to be honest with you.
So it's like me looking at it as the grass is just always greener on the other side, but really it's not not as different.
I will say it is richer. I think it's richer, but your routine, the work, the ethic, it is still the same. If I become successful as a streamer, I will still have to sit my ass here and do the stream. Just the difference is gonna be that we're gonna have more viewers.
Different. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, little bit. Like, I would have thought. Okay, like, to give you an idea. Okay, so when before I did YouTube ever, I was playing a game called Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. I had started making YouTube videos, and I saw these guys like Mobile Gamer and Arnold and these guys, and I'm like, these must be like these asshole gigantic YouTuber, fucking douchebags, whatever. And then you start talking to these guys, you start making videos yourself, start talking to them, they're just dudes like playing games or whatever. And then when I was doing mobile games or whatever, I look at the PC guys or the dudes on Twitch or whatever that have tons of viewers and all that, and they're just like, oh, these fucking guys must be these big live streamers. They're doing, and then you do it, and you're like, it's the same shit. The only thing that changes is the number. We're all doing the same thing. Like, the guy who wakes up and makes a video for 5 viewers is doing the same thing that me or you are doing. Like, it's
that's a
really
harsh
changed.
truth.
That's true.
Exactly, what I said, because it is exactly true. The routine will still be the same, and that's why even though I try to give feedback, it is just because for the creator, the effort of doing a video that is gonna get you 300 views, 500 views, 1,000 views, 10,000 views, 100,000 views, or 1 million views, it is not much difference. It is not. And definitely there are things that we can learn along the way, but 100%, it is closer than we actually can think whenever you're starting out.
I mean,
aiming.
Yeah, I agree. You're still the same guy you were when you were a smaller creator before you had your explosion. I have many friends that have, millions of subscribers that I've met over the years, and they're, like you're saying, they're just dudes. They're just literally...
Everyone's just a dude,
just a dude,
I've met tons of people now, and everyone's just a guy playing games. Like, no one... it's never... Like, everyone's super chill, They're all guys. They're just...
I feel like also it comes like from that perspective of looking up. You look up to these guys, you wish that one day you're gonna be there, you praise them, you put them on this pedestal, and then if one day you actually meet them and then all of a sudden you just like are having a super normal conversation and you're just chilling together, and you realize that, oh shit, this actually is not that different.
All just trying to get through their life and have fun.
Trying to live that dream. I mean, I remember back in the day, I would, when I was, I don't want to say when I was a smaller content creator, but when I was a younger content creator, not 9 years into this whole YouTube game, you'd look up to some of these people and you'd be so, kind of like you see an actor, right? Like starstruck, or, you're just, I can't believe that I'm talking to this person. Then, but then as you get a little bit more seasoned, you realize that everyone's just a person, and you get along with those people, or maybe they're not your cup of tea, but at the end of the day, they're all the same. Yeah, that's funny, dude. Do you miss Diablo Immortal at all in any way? Like, why?
Sometimes. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, yeah.
You just saying that because you're on my Diablo Immortal channel and you don't want people yelling at you?
I mean, like people that watch my live stream, I've constantly like not really defended the game, but like my take has remained the same. Like, because people always trash on Immortal. Like when I was making videos, people would go in my comments to my videos and be like, "How are you supporting this piece of shit pay to win game? You're the problem of the game." All this stuff, right? And it's like my take has remained the same with it. Like since I've played it, like, oh yeah, the pay to win's atrocious, the resonance system's dog shit, but the game is like basically good. Yeah. Like outside of that, right? And I kind of think it's the same thing. Like they basically
and the thing is, like, usually this take only comes from people that actually gave a shot to Diablo Immortal. Because before I started to also play, I thought that it was a dog shit pay to win game. I was not gonna enjoy, and oh well, here we are, right? So being humble goes a long way. Yeah, I feel like that's also like one of like the biggest thing. I feel like if you go watch like a stream that I did like 5 months ago or something like that, maybe I'm more comfortable and obviously more confident as a creator. But I feel like I still echo the same principles and the same things.
Basically, they have a pretty solid game. Like I don't know how many mobile games.
And also, if I ever start changing, I want you guys to call out, okay? That's important to me because, especially this community that we're building here on the live chat, it is definitely the one that, I don't take preference, but, like I pass more time with most of you guys here on the live stream than a lot of people in real life. So I cherish a lot, like, you guys' opinions. And I hope that we are just here for the long run.
There's people that are watching this or in the play. I'm assuming a lot because we're all on the mobile game channel here, but it's like a lot of mobile games are really, really ass. I mean, like really dog shit. You know what I mean? And so it's like you get a game that's like pretty solid. It's it's kind of nice because every day I'm sitting in bed in my iPad, I'm flipping through like, oh, I wonder what's new on there. It's like, oh, dog shit, dog shit, dog shit, dog. Like this is all just trash. Like you can't find something to play that isn't just spammed with ads and is different than advertised or just garbage. So, Immortal was not like a bad mobile game.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I do.
If you put it in the brackets of mobile game, bro, absolutely is the king. Is the king in this genre. Dark fantasy, ARPG. There is nothing. There's nothing that like, guys. I check. Okay, I actively try to find new games. I saw the Odin game. I looked at it. Nope. Nah, this looks like just another Asian game or Chinese game that I'm not gonna enjoy. It probably is gonna be very spammy and no, skip it. Then there was like the Game of Thrones, the new one. That one, it is like a mix between like Elden Ring, but it didn't feel like I could do a channel just covering that game. It doesn't really feel that way. Maybe I'm completely wrong. There was like Throne and Liberty also feels like a skip to me. Terry's Land. I mean, Terry's Land doesn't look that bad, but that game feels like it's so dead in the water. I'm not gonna trade a dead game for even more than game. Okay, if we're gonna ever switch games, obviously it's gonna be for a game that is gonna be new. People are hyping it. People are gonna enjoy to play with it, and it is gonna be a smooth transition. Because otherwise, like, why would I leave? Why would I play something else that is gonna be worse than Diablo Immortal, that I'm not gonna enjoy to play it, and people are not fucking excited about? I tried on December. And December is actually a pretty cool game. The problem with it is a copy paste of like Path of Exile, and there is no hype about it. But the game itself, it is actually good. It is actually good.
You miss it on times. Plus, they always, like I said earlier, they kind of always have events and stuff going on. Like you realize the PC games are great and they're higher quality. A lot of times they don't have to pay to win stuff in. But then like at the same time, they have their own problems. That can take months and months and months and months and months to fix. And the cadence of the mobile delivery system, because they're live service and you kind of can't lose the people that are playing, it was a lot faster So
Yeah.
I do kind of miss that sometimes also, like how quickly you're actually getting changes and updates and patches and stuff like that. It's just, you're getting some news a week or something, if the news was a lot faster. And so, you'll go, Path of Exile 1 is having their next league right now. And this is an exception of the rule, but it's going on 11 months here. And they're finally having a new league, and typically it's 4 months or something between leagues. So, I mean, you're talking large periods of time.
Yeah.
Between
and
releases.
your only option, I feel personally, when it comes like to these ARPGs, is to actually diversify. Like you play the Diablo 4 season, then you try to play Last Epoch season, then you try to play PoE, and then you start to try to hit like these seasons. The major issue with this is that this is like only exclusive for first the people with personality, the ones with authority on the space, and the ones that already have a big community. That it is actually, imagine this: if you have 10,000 people watching you, and they watch you because you're playing Diablo 4, whenever you switch to Path of Exile, maybe half of your audience is not going to be there, but you're still going to have 4,000 or 5,000 viewers. That's still a lot of viewers, right? Like we're talking about still 4,000 to 5,000. It is half of the viewership, but it's still like a lot of people. But if you're streaming Diablo 4 for 30 people, and then you go and you try to stream Path of Exile, you're probably going to end up like with 4 or 5 viewers, and that's going to feel like shit, because the speed of the chat, like the chat and the streamer, it's like we are one, okay? You guys bring more to the stream that a lot of times actually gives credit. Having a good chat, good chatters, actually makes the life of the live streamer way better, and it overall improves the whole experience for the 90% of the viewers that are watching. So, because 90% of the viewers, they will not type anything. They are viewers. But chatters are such an important core, because you may not be you are watching the stream, maybe you're reading like this small chat here down below, or you're seeing it like on your phone or whatever it is. And for me, as a viewer of live streams, I love to read the chat while watching the stream. That's like the way I enjoy it. Pay to win games are actually good for the YouTubers, because they are willing to pay the game. They are willing to pay for the subscription. Yeah, that's also true. There's also true, but I feel like either way, I know what you're saying. You mean like the audience may be more pay to win than others. But at the same time, I feel like also in PC gamings, people are willing to buy the games, okay? So if they are willing to buy the games, they are also willing to pay for a Twitch sub or a membership. Like PC games, they're going to cost like 60 euros or 70 euros sometimes, right? So either way, you will always going to be, and you're always going to have viewers that are going to join the membership and support the stream. Or you're going to see the majority, they just going to watch, they're going to watch the ads, and they're going to support the stream with their time, with their chat, and in a different way. And that's pretty much it.
I guess you have no choice but to play more than one game in that case as well.
Yo, that's great. Thank you so much, man, for being here.
You have no choice. That is fun, though. And I know your stance from back in the day, and it's cool to hear that it stayed the same. I mean, I'm just happy that you came back on, man, because I've never seen someone missed from a community the way that I've seen you missed from the Diablo Immortal community. Now, I do live here every day, right? But it's not often that I don't hear your name come up on a fairly regular basis about, why did DM leave? DM ditched us and you didn't, or we missed DM, right. Or it comes in all different forms. But so I'm really happy that you were able to come on.
Nostalgia is very strong.
A bit. I think there's going to be a lot of people that really didn't know what happened to you, that now, as like a 3-year anniversary of Diablo Immortal, you get a little gift of DM back, and are going to like to hear about how.
Like, low-key, guys, the only way I see that microtransaction coming back to the game, it's one, and this is the most likely, it gets sponsored. But I feel like at this stage, the budget for the M, it is pretty high. Unless he makes a discount and he says, you know what, I have some emotional attachment to this game. Probably they're gonna make me play Druid, and I'm good. But I don't think this will ever happen. I don't think so. It'll be insane if he did. I feel like it'll be crazy. It'll be crazy, you know, crazy for like positive and maybe even negative for him. But either way, he's now in a position that he can do almost whatever he wants. So if he ever comes, we're gonna be here, open arms to receive him, right? And I feel like it'll be such a hype thing, man.
You know,
I mean,
what you're doing.
I hope people don't think I ditched them, because it's like, you know, boys, I try a new game and it went well, and you know, I just kept making videos on it the same way as when Diablo Immortal went well. I kept making videos on that, and
you know how it is.
You know,
man. You know how it is.
It's like you gotta do what you gotta do, and I kind of, you know, I kind of miss the game because the community is great and all that, and I feel like it got a bit of
the community is pretty cool.
So much drama on it from the release, you know, with like the whole "don't you have phones" thing and all that. And I'm kind of sick of like the constant, like I had this string of like so like Immortal was like, you know, "don't you have phones" and all the drama related to pay to win, and then Diablo 4 is like D4 bad is like basically like a meta meme now at this point. So it's like one to another, and then Path of Exile 2, like the last league, was some of the worst reception I've ever seen. It was mostly negative on Steam and stuff. So it's been like on multiple games. Stuff. Like trying the, you know, new things from one to the other, and it's like, man, unlucky, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's kind of a bummer to sometimes see how the reception goes. You know, bad reps can happen to some of these games, but
even some with some of the biggest names and some respected, you know, like people that don't love Diablo or Blizzard, they love, you know, Path of Exile or Grinding Gears. So it's funny to hear that it happens to both companies and IPs, really.
It happens to all. You know, I think more where I'm expressing
in general
is
it is modern gaming. Modern gamers are modern complainers, Karens. Okay, like we know this, and especially the more invested you are in the game, you know, with your time, emotionally, also financially, the more of that Karen side is gonna come out of you, and you're just gonna become, you know, complaining all the freaking time. I feel like here on this stream, I try to have, you know, a fair judgment. I think we should praise whenever, you know, we should praise Blizzard for whenever they do good. I think we also should be critical and say whenever it's not. You know, like, for example, the new code that they just gave, I feel like it is unacceptable. If that's the 3rd anniversary code, I feel also the 3rd anniversary in general, it is not really that acceptable, man. Like, it is the 3rd anniversary of the game, and it's like, I seen more hype for the, you know, maybe whenever we had the crafting update, then I see for this. What are the rewards for the players that been, you know, putting up with a lot of bullshit of playing Diablo Immortal? What are the rewards of playing this game for 3 years? Or even 2 years or 1 year? Doesn't matter whenever you started the game. I feel like, man, like literally, it's just, I never played a game, or especially a mobile game, that had this lowered level of hype, man. Lower level of hype when it comes to a 3rd, you know.
It's just kind of exhausting, you know what I mean? It's like it seems like it's a whole other topic, but it
what's
seems
up,
like
Echo?
games are either overwhelmingly loved, like Expedition 33, or they're overwhelmingly hated, and there's never really, like, you know, like the mixed reviews for Night Rain are some of the most like fair. It's like, okay, I get that, like that's probably a mixed review, you know what I mean? But not very often do you see kind of like balanced takes. It's just kind of like full send one way or another.
Yeah.
And so it's that part can get kind of tiring. I found from like playing a variety of games in the last couple of years is the everyone, I would say the audience is really, it's just the gamers in general, myself included. You know, you get it's so volatile is the word that I would say, that it can be a little, you know, it's like everyone just calm down, just video games.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's really what it is. It's video games and playing something that you enjoy, and you're trying to make a living off of it as well. Dude, I miss having.
Yeah, but I feel like at the same time, right? Players are super passionate, you know, and that's why like sometimes we literally need to disconnect like that core, like that emotional attachment to the game. But it is hard because you are so invested in it. You put like so many hours of your time, maybe even months or years. Some they put thousands of dollars, and you just want it to be successful. You just want it that your problems that you have in the game, they get fixed. And some problems, they are never gonna get fixed. Some of them, they get fixed, and whenever they do, it is big hype. We had, I feel like in the past year, we had a few W's from Blizzard. Definitely, they made the game better in a few ways, but I still feel like there's so much more that can be done. And until then, I'm gonna be here. I'm sure Echo is also gonna be here to not only call out Blizzard whenever there's some bullshit, but also to praise Blizzard whenever they are actually doing something good.
Having you in the community so much for Diablo Immortal, just because I don't get to talk to you as much, and we don't get to, you know, throw together our little quick videos together and all of that. I don't get to travel to Blizzard and see you anymore, but those are all selfish reasons. I'm super proud of you and excited for how your life has changed, and a little bit less stress on the daily on how you're going to keep life together, and you're just seeing more success. So I'm super happy for you. And I love that when I pop on the Twitch, man, I always see something different getting played. Maybe you're playing some old shitty action RPG and you're like, this game's actually pretty good. I don't remember what that was, but that was a month or so back, maybe 2 months back. You're playing something random. I just love that. I never know what I'm gonna get to see you playing when I dive into one of your streams. So it's a nice new DM that I get to experience on.
Yeah, it's more chill, guys. You know.
It was good. It's good to have a moment to chat with you too, dude. I kind of always wonder how everyone's.
I feel like you know, I also follow like multiple phases of DM. I've been following him like since Diablo 4, literally. And I watch him during like the phase of Diablo 4, of course, like a Path of Exile, and you know, from time to time I still go there, and I still feel like even if it is like a different game, I think the vibes are still the same. And I feel like that's like what is important as a streamer. It's like whenever you have an identity and then whenever you are trying to make a stream, you want to go for a certain type of vibe. You know, it's like the vibe check, right? Some people will join this stream, they will vibe with the, you know, with me, with the chat, with whatever we consume, with the game, with the videos, whatever. Other people won't, and that's pretty much it. But what I can tell you is like most likely if you come here in 1 year, I mean, maybe we're gonna be playing Diablo Immortal or anything else. But me, myself, I try to be as transparent as I can. And a lot of times maybe that actually hurts me, maybe in or outside of streaming. But that's just the way I like to do. I like to do things in an honest, positive, hyped, friendly, funny way. And that's the vibe I want, and that's the vibe that I try to cultivate here on this stream and on this community.
It's doing over there. Like I think about it more though, probably more often than a lot of the other games that I've covered over my years. The two I
it's
think
because
about
of the
Star Wars
community.
Galaxy Heroes, and then probably Immortal would be the second. Like those, because the Galaxy Heroes was the first one, and Immortal was the one where like you kind of had to have a clan and a community in order to actually beat it.
I think that's pretty cool
and push together and all that, and that was fun. I really wish they would bring that aspect to more games, because I kind of miss. That's what I liked about MMORPGs.
It's not easy to replicate what Diablo Immortal did. I played multiple games. Most of them are single player. I think that's just like my hot take. I feel like the warband system, more than the clans, because like there are other games like the World of Warcraft also has. You know, it has its own like clan system. You know, clans has been around the block for a very long time. So it's not like he brought any innovation. That the innovation was like now you have like this clan that it has like a major goal, and the goal it is to actually become an immortal. But I feel like a big subset of that, it is like you have this big group and then you have the small groups. And in terms of like the warbands, it is a system that you have 8 and now like 12 people, right? That every day and or at least every week you have to come up together, you know, every 2 days. And obviously there are some bad warbands that they just get together like, to do the bosses, like, you know. Others are just like groups of friends. They've been playing, you know, for a very long time. They are still sticking together, and they are still doing, you know, dungeons and the content and all these things together. And I feel that since the Diablo Immortal community, it is so important. I really don't understand like the design's decisions to try to make the Diablo game more and more soloable. You know, because if the game starts becoming more solo, we're gonna lose this community aspect. Absolutely. I feel like obviously, no, the warband is a big aspect, and I feel like the warband should have more benefits added on top of what it has to incentivize even more people to play with each other. Maybe this is a hot topic, but I feel like it is still a great system.
In particular, was like groups and stuff, and a lot of the games I play over the last few years are just basically single-player games, so I kind of miss that.
Diablo does it on a smaller scale, a less overwhelming scale than an MMORPG. But I'm sure that the community is going to love to hear that you miss them a little bit too. If you guys want to let DM know how you're doing, or if you have any questions for him, leave them in the comment section below. And DM, man, you're missed, brother. Not only by me, but by the community. I'm going to leave all of DM's links down below.
This was a great video, guys.
To his old Immortal channel, if you want to check that out. To his Darth Microtransaction channel. And to his Twitch. Maybe even your X. You're active on X sometimes, right?
I use the Twitter a pretty decent amount. And we actually just got an editing team together.
Oh, nice.
Like 2 days ago, as a matter of fact, to start uploading videos. Again, on some of these other channels like clips. And
this is something that I wish in the like what he said, editing team. I'm like, bro, I am literally active looking. If you're here in the chat, if you enjoy my streams, I'm looking for someone that I just needed to do this. I just needed to watch the stream and pretty much put like on timestamps what will be a good clip, what will be a good short, and that's it. If you want to assist me, and if you want to help, probably it can even be paid. I'm down to have someone, because I don't have the time to go through the whole stream every day, multiple hours, and try to get the clips, then have to edit them. And you know, in that sense, like my wife actually is now, she helps me a lot with the editing aspect, so we're kind of good on that thing. But the other part of like just going through the stream, it is actually a pain in the ass. So if you're interested, like just drop me a DM on the Discord. What a great video, man.
And the OG channel and stuff like
that. I can't wait
so.
to actually have a you know, like he has an editor team, man. That feels so good.
VODs and all that are starting to be pumped out. I think the first one went out like yesterday.
Good stuff, man. I love to hear it. Thanks for taking the time, man. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to sign off and stop recording, and we're going to go talk more about personal life stuff. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed having DM on. And DM, we appreciate you, brother. Much love, man.
All right, guys, you know what to do. Go there, drop a like, subscribe if you still didn't to our boy Echo. This was like completely unexpected. I know like me and Echo spoke like a while back about maybe like this, but I was, bro, like you blew me away, man. Like I was not expecting that, but it made sense. It is your anniversary. You brought DM, you brought like a great video, and overall, like guys, it was awesome. It was awesome, man. I enjoyed it a lot. For how long were we, bro? Like we started like this. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, guys, it was just like a casual, a casual 1 hour and 30 minutes react, right? But that's what happens, man. Like whenever I also had a lot of context, and I had a lot to say regarding this, right? It's not like I know Echo, I'm investing in Diablo Immortal, I'm investing in Diablo 4. I also know DM, and I've been like in the Diablo 4 community and all these things. So it was nice. It was very nice to have like this more casual conversation. I feel like it's needed, man. because is that React going on the Indez TV? Yes, guys, it is. It is gonna go on the new channel. Thank you so much, Fuzzy, for the plug. We got now a new channel, guys, and this channel right now, it has like I mean, it is a channel that I used to do funny videos basically for a very long time for Roblox. I just like re-edited. We made like Indez TV. So if you guys want to go there and drop some support, the Indez clips is not going anywhere. We are just changing things quite a bit. This one, it is gonna be content like for the 1 to 4 minutes, and this one is gonna be the long format because a lot of you, like probably more than 50 people, memed about like those 2 hours clips, right? The 2-hour clip memes, like 2 hours clips here. So I understand. So we fragmented, and I think hopefully this is gonna be better. Yo, Danza, what's up? Oh, Echo wants to come on the stream. Let me call him. Let me see if he's gonna pick. I don't know if he's Yo, what's up, man? All right. What a great video, Echo. I loved it, man. Yeah. Wait, give me a second. They cannot hear you. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm censoring you. Wait. All right. Discord. Okay. Can you speak?
Yo.
All right. They can hear you now.
All right.
So you were saying that you love like these more chill videos.
I love those conversation videos, man. I love the interview videos. You can't do them all the time, but they're definitely a lot of fun to do when you can. Especially, I figured being able to pull on DM, who's like, a lot of people love him because he's been here for a while. I actually was looking at your poll, and there were, about 3/4 of people know DM. 30% people never heard of him before, which actually surprised me.
I don't think I actually would say that. If I had to guess, I'll probably put it like 60-40. And my reasoning is that I think I attract a lot of like new players. So as you. And we not been here for that long of a time, right? Like not everyone is a veteran, but I feel like because also there is like these intersect between Diablo Immortal and Diablo 4 players. Like a lot of players played Diablo 4, played Diablo Immortal, also know DM. Because of that, I'm one of them. So yeah, and also he's like one of the biggest creators when it comes like to these ARPGs and like in the Diablo genre. Yo,
yeah, man.
That's look at him, your boy. Let me go here. No, I'm not gonna.
I don't have to put it on. I should use my better camera. This is my.
Yeah, you gotta use the better one. You look like Indez with that webcam, man.
Oh, I can't look like that.
Yeah,
I'll fix it up while we're chatting. Fix it up.
But yeah, it was such a big surprise, man. I was not I'm gonna turn on and then I'm gonna turn off here on the OBS so we can chat for 20 minutes. Absolutely. You have like this thing, and I'm gonna praise you a bit. I'm not gonna do the same way you did to Dark Microtransaction, right? But you have this thing that I want to in the future to try to do, which is you do your normal content, and then sometimes you just pull these rabbits out of like the I don't know the expression in English, but he creates like it's like banger content, like you had perfect examples was whenever you did also the whale interview. You also did what was like there was like the other thing regarding, it was like around like whenever like the Apollyon drama was appearing, that you brought up like the confidential contracts and all these things. I think you do a very good job like when it comes like to pull like very different content from time to time.
Yeah, man, I've just been around for a while, so I meet a lot of people,
Yeah,
man. I'm coming through fuzzy on your end.
Yeah, I don't know why.
That's weird. That's my good camera too.
Oh wait. Oh, it's fixed. It's fixed. I think okay, it's lagging a bit on the. No, it's fine. But how did you? Because now, okay, I don't know if you can share. You don't need to get too personal, but you said that afterwards you went on this discussion with the DM a bit more personal. Is there any insight that you got out of that you want to share?
No. I mean, DM and I, we're good friends, right? We did content together for, over a year for Diablo Immortal. We met in person a couple of times, so we didn't only, we, like you and I, we're becoming friends, right? But we haven't met. When you meet in person, it's, I'm gonna be, I'll be able to hug you, and I'm gonna be able to really
and kiss and all these things, right?
Yeah, all that stuff. No, it takes a relationship and it takes a friendship to the next level. It becomes like a next.
It becomes real, right? It's like right now, it's like even though I know you're human, I'm a human, but it's like it's pixels, right? And it's just like there's a bond that definitely becomes stronger whenever you meet someone in person. And that's also one of the things, is that one of the benefits that exists, that we are able to connect like this, but nothing actually beats meeting the persons in real life and having a talk that is not through a mic and some headphones,
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I mean, him and I were in a very similar boat, right? Like, I've been doing YouTube for a long time. He's been doing it for a long time. We both, like, I consider myself a grinder YouTuber. I've never like hit a channel that went viral and like made it huge. I have a bunch of channels, and together I make a living from all my work. So we were both in that similar boat until he hit D4, and then he kind of hit that viral thing. So I know a lot about him, about the whole YouTuber feelings that you get over time.
Yeah.
YouTube has some hard, dark times that we all go through. And, when you reach out to friends about that, and you build that bond over time. So we're just catching up about work, because now I'm doing full-time YouTube again. I don't have a side job. So he was checking in on me. And he's one of the people that when I have, life choice questions, I respect his opinion, and I always have those conversations with him, as well as a couple of other people, to help me make, informed decisions. He's got a really educated from experience perspective on life and how to do things. So it's just we just got into that stuff, and his personal stuff.
I feel like that's like definitely important, whenever you have someone, first of all, like I feel like it's important to surround yourself with, like the saying, if you're like the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You got to surround yourself with people that, that you can help them, that they can also help you. And definitely, there's also like this 33% rule. Like you should be 30% of your time teaching, 30% learning, and 30% doing the work. That's like something like that. Whenever you are with people, and that's also something that I try to do. Like even though here, like only you, me, and maybe who is now doing like Diablo Immortal full time. It's like it's not a lot of people, right? No one. The other one was Abu, which I kind of miss, because like I feel like he also, every content creator in this space kind of fills a hole in the gap, and whenever they leave, they are missed. Like for you is DM, but I never had DM, so for me it's Abu. It's kind of weird to have these, but I feel like as you just keep doing content, and it is normal. People will leave, people will quit, people will just start playing different games, and at some point you were friends, or it's not like you're gonna stop being friends. It's just like life goes into different directions, and maybe it's like your paths just don't sync as much. And I felt like whenever you were talking with him, I felt that way. I felt that you were coming from that place.
Yeah, I mean, there were also topics that after we got off, I'm like, man, we should have spoken about this stuff too. But I also didn't want to bore him with a straight up Diablo Immortal conversation, right?
Yeah,
it's a game he hasn't really played in a while. He has some fond memories of it, but I didn't have to go too deep into all that stuff. But yeah, man, something that it was cool. One of the things that he said in that was that he thinks Diablo Immortal is like I don't remember the exact quote that he said, but something about it being better than Diablo 4.
Yeah, he said that it's a better game than Diablo 4 because it has more cadency of events and is the core, like the community, the core systems of the game are better. Besides the pay to win stuff that gives and stains the whole thing, which I completely agree. I did the reverse, right? I came from Diablo 4 to Diablo Immortal, and yeah, like I feel like one of the main reasons why you stay in this game is because in Diablo 4, 99% of the times you're playing alone, and you can have a blast playing it for a few days, but it gets boring, like here I found a community inside the game, which I think like the last game that I played with a community was I would say probably World of Warcraft, so many years ago. I've been through all these mobile games playing in the PC games, and I never found like you have a clan. Like I feel like a lot of the problems that comes like with these other mobile games, they do a clan, but these clans are only and the mainly use is for you to have 5% more XP, 5% more damage. You click on the dailies, you have to kill the boss, but you don't even do the boss with anyone. You just like go there. You try. So it's a clan, but the only reason why you come together it is for your personal gain. And I feel like Diablo Immortal in that sense does a very good job.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when the game was coming out, they just in our talks, it wasn't publicly discussed, although it probably was mentioned from time to time, but in behind the doors with the Blizzard people, they were all about this. They wanted this to be a community game, and I think they actually did a great job making a more simple version of an MMO. An MMO could be really overwhelming. It's massive, it's so much, and for a casual mobile gamer, which is what they're trying to lean into here. Although I think it's not a casual mobile game, they had to simplify. I think they did a great job. You can't see thousands of people in one world, but you're definitely going to run into people that and you could do those activities together and things like that. So I think they did it well. And another thing is, everyone's been looking now for 3 years for a better game than Diablo Immortal on mobile, and there's freaking nothing, dude. Nothing even close. Yeah. So it's like.
I know you do a better job in these than me, but sometimes I also go to exactly what the DM was saying. You go through the App Store and it's like, man, I cannot see myself playing these. It's just like another, hyped game they're gonna try, and I just don't see myself playing. I don't see, and I know that I have this hype personality and all these things but I cannot really fake the hype. I actually literally have to be hyped about something to come like that. And if I'm annoyed at something, it's going to show. It's actually maybe for a content creator is not the best trait, because sometimes maybe you just want to contain yourself a bit. But yeah, that's just how it is. So
you're genuine.
Maybe that's a different word, but also depends on what kind of channel you're trying to build, right? There's so many other channels, for example, when I met you for the first time was with your Echo Gaming, the main channel was because I used to play mobile games. I used to check top 10 of whatever, and you are one of the top 10 channels that appears very regularly on that. But I always saw your channel as a catalog of information for me to go there and see what is the hottest news or something like that.
I need to go back. I haven't done those top 10 videos in a while. I should probably go and do at least one a month for the new stuff coming out. I kind of stopped doing it, and I shouldn't. Thanks for the reminder there. But yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Force Gaming also, it's something that I watch. Like, it does more for the desktop games, and I watch every month.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
watch
do
him as
them, I
well.
most likely I'm gonna watch it here on the stream, because I'm still a gamer at heart, and I will be I'll be down to try like multiple games. And now I have a new PC. I just have to sometimes like get out of my head that I can actually do more than I do maybe on the stream or the. And while you were speaking with the DM, actually you were saying, and it was very interesting. Like can we discuss a bit that, like, he said that, okay, even after you made it, you're still the same dude. You still have to wake up, and you have to do the video, or you have to do the stream, and it's like sometimes, like, it's those things, like, yeah, absolutely makes sense. Like, he still has to wake up and do the grind and
Yeah,
play video games.
same
What do you
thing,
thought
dude.
about that?
Yeah, I mean, I've lived through the beginning and now. Okay, so I never made it to like a million subscriber YouTuber. So in my eyes, I haven't like made it on YouTube, right?
Mm,
But when I talk to people, like, I've been 5 years doing YouTube as a job. So a lot of people would look and say, made it. I remember when I was a newer YouTuber doing Clash of Clans related stuff. I don't remember the name of the YouTuber. He was a friend of Anthony Eclipse and did Clash Royale stuff. And I remember this guy hitting 100,000 subscribers and tweeting about it. And I was like, oh my God, he hit 100,000. Like, he's like a god, this
the
guy.
goat.
And I'm like, he's making bank and he's doing this full time. And then he quit to go to college. He just like literally just dropped his channel. I'm like, who could do that? And then my channel hit 100,000 subscribers. And I was the same dude as I was from, from the beginning to 100,000 subscribers. I was happy that I hit it. And then when my channel, like my main channel, is almost at 350,000, it's died out. It's 9 years old, but it doesn't change who I am. I'm still the same guy that I was back then. I could imagine that some people would get cocky or arrogant or feel better than others, but most that I come into contact with, that's not the case. Like, everyone is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And like, this Diablo community it's small, right? Everyone is, fairly small creators. Like, no one's massive. But when you get into some of the other titles, I've met people with over millions of subscribers. One of my closest friends is the largest content creator for Clash of Clans. His name is Judo Sloth. He's got like 4 or 5 million subscribers. Like, and he's the same guy he was before. He's just got a team that you keep talking about. He has a team that he works with to put together the best content for the game, and it is a straight up business for him.
Yeah.
So yeah, but people don't change, man. And what you'll do in the morning is the same thing that you'll do. Obviously, your content will change a little. Maybe it'll improve a little. Maybe you'll build out a team a little. But at the end of the day, you're playing a game, learning about it, and putting out videos about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're a new guy or if you've been doing it for 9 years. It's the same thing.
I also feel like there is a certain law of attraction, right? So, if you are in a certain way, you have certain ideals, you think in a certain way, and you have a certain mindset and tastes, you're gonna most likely be attracted to go and connect and watch people that gonna be more similar to you. And maybe if you went to watch like some, or met some creators like from Kick, the twitching platform, or like like these other like crazy IRL, like pranksters and these things, then maybe we're gonna have like a different discussion, because like people, I feel like also like people in that market, they tend to get like famous like very early, and like on their 20s, and they get like these flux of like followers and millions of dollars and all these things, and obviously they're gonna change, because like all of a sudden the world is with every eyeballs on you, and then you're young, you are young. So I don't think that myself I will change much, like I'm fucking above 30, right? I'm like 34 or something, and I think obviously whenever I'm gonna be 40, I'm probably gonna be more mature in this, but I don't think I'm gonna change a lot. I also think that like you can give more perspective because you're a bit older, but like, do you think you're that different than you were like 10 or 15 years ago?
Nah, man. When I was young, you listen to old people and they're like, I still feel young when they're old, right?
Oh, fuck. Oh, so true.
Yeah,
It's so.
so like I'm like 10 years older than you, man. I'm definitely an old man of this whole scene, and I feel exactly the same. Now you get more knowledge. Like it's the same stuff you hear when you like listen to your
Yeah.
grandpa talk. Like I'm wiser. I know more about everything just because I've lived through it. But you know, I mean, I'm still a mid 40-year-old dude playing video games and putting out videos about it. You know, just trying to have a good time. So I think also this space keeps me young, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm doing young person things. I'm not like a lawyer sitting at a desk doing old person things. I throw a
Also, you
hat
go
on
to the
backwards and
gym. You go to the
I
gym.
go to the gym. I try
Yeah.
and stay healthy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like sports. But yeah, I mean, I have a young mind, but I'm
Yeah.
definitely not young. Like I don't have a young soul. Like everything that I do, I shouldn't say everything that I do, but a lot of what I do is calculated, and I do it because I'm trying to make things sustainable. And you know, and we talk about that a lot privately
Yeah,
as well,
you
like how
become
to
maybe
do
more
those things.
cautious, more risk adverse also as well, right? Even though I
Well,
think
I
you
mean,
still do some risks, you know, like YouTube is a risk by itself, right?
yeah, you said it on your stream earlier. I was lurking in there, and you said something about YouTube channel, or maybe it was in a video I just watched. How
Mm.
it could, be gone tomorrow. I have 4 YouTube channels. YouTube
Yeah,
can
exactly.
get bought. YouTube could change their algorithm, and my channels could all die because of
Yeah,
a new algorithm. Or Amazon can come and buy YouTube, and then it all changes, and there goes my whole. I mean, it's like a business franchise, really, at this point in time. Like you're starting to build yours, all these different channels.
yeah,
If something changes in the algorithm and they don't like how you're doing, you either adapt to it
yeah.
quickly or you become a dinosaur and then you can't work. Now, I've been able to adapt over the years because it's changed, but you have to always be on top of that. So,
Yeah,
yeah, what I'm doing now is risky, actually. Just
no, you're right. Like, and the word that you said, adapting, I feel like it's something that like why we keep having discussions even off stream is because I feel like we have both like these mindset of like keep improving and what is working, what is not, like what we can learn. And yesterday I was actually talking with Misery, and one of the things that I told him is like maybe look back and some things that like the landscape of creators and content in Diablo Immortal has changed. YouTube has changed as a whole. The viewers also have changed. And maybe like things that you did it in a way like 1 year ago that used to maybe like pop off, probably maybe now is not gonna work as well, and in 2 years is gonna be the same. Whatever maybe now you and I like doing like the split thing for the news thumbnails in these things or the arrows, and maybe in 6 months or 1 year, like we're gonna have to change and adapt. Maybe it's gonna
I
be
already got
AI
to change
slob,
it.
man. AI slob.
I already got to change it because you stole my shit, man. So now I got to change it myself, you bastard. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I mean, you always have to adapt to stuff. Like I love AI thumbnails. I think artistically they're so clean and they're
Mm,
perfect. But in my opinion, they're not as good because they're not actually showing what's the video's about.
yeah,
It's showing a rendition. I like to show
I
something
agree.
from the game, if it's game content, something from the game that people are gonna be like, oh, that's from the game, not
Yeah,
something that I learned back in the day because I used to always want to have beautiful thumbnails. And I learned from DM that shit doesn't need to be beautiful. It needs to tell the story of what the video is about. Look at DM's thumbnails, man. He puts
yeah,
his face in the corner, some big text, and then a screenshot behind it.
yeah.
And it just shows like, I mean, I was just talking to a thumbnail designer earlier today. He wants to do 100 thumbnails for me a month. And I'm thinking that's actually kind of nice, but it's a whole process that I don't know that I want to get into. And I don't even know if it's needed. Like, is it worth it? Is it worth the money to spend to do that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, also like touching on that topic, one thing that we watch because like you said that what, sometimes I go to your channel, to DM channel, and you check like what it was doing good for him and all these things, and I also did that. Like I feel like it's
Yeah.
normal. Every content creator that aspires to become big like has to go through the videos that are now almost like 3 years old, and and just like see how did they do well. But I feel, and what I said on like I was reacting to it was that I tried certain things that DM does, and what I realized that maybe it just doesn't work for me, and it's just because maybe it doesn't go along with my personality, maybe it doesn't go along with the presentation, or like or even the vibes that I output. I feel like whenever you see that thumbnail with the title for the DM, actually works very well, but along the way I tried like to do like probably like 5 or 6 title and thumbnails more or less like his, and it never worked out well for me.
Yeah. Well, there's something about. So I'm back and forth on my face on thumbnails. You cool if we do like a little YouTube talk? Is that cool?
Yeah,
like,
go for it. All
right, cool. So first of all, the Diablo Immortal community knows me. Most of them, because I've been around for a while, right? Because I've been here since the game. So I would say most people know my face. But you put out a YouTube video, it goes to your subscribers, and then if it does well, it goes out to people that don't know you. So is your face on a thumbnail really helping your video once it breaks out of the Diablo Immortal bubble and starts going beyond? The answer is no, it doesn't, because your stupid I'm talking about myself, like the dumb reactions I do on all that stupid stuff, like it doesn't help because I'm not a face. But look at DM, man. I look like a normal white dude. DM has the long red hair. He's always got he has a very distinct look that most people don't have. He looks different. There's a lot of people that look like me. I mean, obviously not like identical, but I don't stand out in a group of American guys that are in their 40s. I'm basically, I look like them. He stands out, so he can do that a lot more. And people like Mr. Beast can do it because everyone knows that face. It's his branding itself. So I go back and forth. What I typically try and do with my face live, I'm going to tell you so you can steal this too, Indez. I'm just joking, buddy. I'm just kidding. When I'm going live, I like to throw my face on a thumbnail.
Yeah. And
when I'm doing a regular video, I just put something relating to the game on it. And that's kind of something that I'd like, if I'm on it, that means I'm going to be live. And if I'm not,
I actually, I'm going to tell you something. I am testing exactly the reverse.
Are you
if
really?
You go and you scroll down like a few like 1 or 2 months, you're going to see that I have the face all the time. I used to, like, every time you click on my stream, there's the face. And then I started thinking, okay, can I really change that? Because the same logic as you're saying, will the stream still bring viewers if I just work a bit better on the thumbnail translates a bit better like the stream? I still feel like from my results until now, it is pretty much 50-50. It doesn't like really matter. And also, even on the videos, I will say that, for example, depends on the video that you're going for. If it is like a news video, I feel like it is completely fine because it's not evergreen. But if it is like a build video or a guide or something like that, I still probably will not put my face on it, just because imagine this from the perspective of a new player. You just install the game, you're seeing this dude for the first time, but you don't know him, So unless maybe because you also have a point, like some people are distinct from each other, like having, long, ginger hair definitely distincts you. For me, maybe some people say it's the beard, but at the end, like, it's like how many dudes with a beard and these look like you actually know, there's people that go with the accessories or something like that. But I realized, for example, from like I told you regarding the news thumbnails, that I felt like, listen, it's not even close. I always do 3 thumbnails for my news. The one with the split screen always outperforms. It's like sometimes it's like 25, 35, and like 45 or something like that. And this 45, wow, it tends to be always. I got like some templates similar to Vulcan. I got a template that I also created myself, and then I throw like that one, and it fucking works. And I feel like my only reasoning, it is because of you, and because of like all these years of people watching your content and they know that if it is a split screen, it's gonna be a topic, a news topic. So this, I think, like, this some valuable information out for you, because it's not like usually I always do multiple thumbnails. I never do like just one. I do like at least 2, sometimes 3.
Yeah, I tend to do the same too. That new tool is great.
Yeah.
And the only reason for, and it's funny because I have 4 channels. The split thumbnail does not work on my other channels. It only works well on my Diablo channel. If I do it on my Raid channel, it'll underperform. So it's weird.
It's community. Community
it's
habits.
trained.
Yeah,
exactly.
They are just they just understand, like how it is, and and I don't think there's nothing. And sometimes, like, you try to go against the trend, but it's hard. It is there's like here Havoc. They said you just have to make a very distinct logo. It could be your face. I mean, like, I feel like logos, they do not translate that well. Or they take a very long time to build up that thing.
And
the
I think faces are the new logo now. Like, the face logo.
Yeah, the face is your brand. I feel like, especially for content creators, there is the one. But
when I think of your channel, I think of your face. I think of that blue icon. That's
exactly. I feel like that's the thing that should never change. Your profile picture is like something that it should never change, because I see your face with the flames in the back, and I know it's like it's your channel. So I definitely, like, YouTube is a learning experience, and I learned a lot from you, and I feel like it is, the thing is, like, 3 months ago or 4 months ago, whenever, like, we started speaking more often, I was in a place I was, like, still trying to figure it out. I was, like, still growing, and I am still growing, but, like, definitely like, we are reaching to that level that's, it's getting, I'm able to now to do this, like, completely full time, which is, like, something that's I'm very happy. Like, it took a lot of work, for sure. And definitely, the community helps a lot, because, the AdSense, it is like, I saw that DM was saying that he used to make around, like, 2.5K to 3K of AdSense.
I was just gonna say that, yeah.
How many views did he have back then, like, per month? Do you know?
I don't remember. I remember there was a month or 2 where he got himself up to 1 million views. You can go on Social Blade and actually pull up his history.
Oh, there was 1 million views.
But that was during the beginning, and at the end of the day, his channel probably did perform a little bit better than both of ours at his peak, but
yeah,
there's, like I said, there's a ceiling with this game. And I think you and I are basically, we're kind of near that ceiling. I think our numbers are pretty similar. We get our numbers in different ways, but it's still pretty similar. And I think that's just where it's going to be. But yeah, I mean, that's the example right there. Like, he was the number 1 before he left, and I'm kind of where we are.
I'm trying, but let me also, so we can appear on the screen.
Okay.
So yeah, just pulling here for a bit, and he had here, like, some big peaks, right? Like 1.8 million views. Wow. So this was, like, right at the start of the game, right? And then there was, like, obviously, like, this insane drop off. But I mean, drop off, like, compared, like, to us. Like, my channel, I think, is around, like, 400,000 views, something like that, monthly. And then he had another peak here. Probably what was this, like, Blood Knight? Before Blood Knight or something?
Blood Knight was right before he left. Blood Knight had to be the other big peak, right?
Yeah. This is kind of no. I think, like, this is whenever he popped off the second time.
What's that right there? June. That's Blood Knight right there.
It is Blood Knight, right? Yeah.
He also put out a video about mental health at that point in time.
Yeah,
and
that's when I met him. That's when I saw him for the first time. I watched
think that video.
Yeah,
it got like 100,000 views in the first 2 days or something, and it was literally just him talking to the camera about mental health.
Yeah.
And he actually took it down because everyone thought that he was, like, bad things were happening.
Yeah. Fleck is asking who is DM. DM, it is his name is Dark Microtransaction. It used to be, is now like a very famous ARPG, Path of Exile 2, Diablo 4 content creator on YouTube and on Twitch. But before, he used to be probably the biggest YouTuber for the Diablo Immortal back in the day. And then we were just like checking, like comparing things. But yeah, like his numbers make sense. Like it's like I said, like I had to double like my viewership of the channel to even try to hit like similar numbers to that, which is it's crazy. I don't think we'll be able to reach there. And now that you're here, like I'm just wanna have like a quick chat about like these recent updates. You've been playing multiple mobile games for the many years. You've probably seen more mobile games anniversaries than I did. What is your thoughts on this?
The update?
Yeah, like for the anniversary.
Man, I saw the calendar. I'm going to be putting a video out about the calendar. I saw that you put something out. I saw your thumbnail on it this morning. That's where I actually heard you say something about that quote I mentioned you about before. Mm-hmm. Let's just say I hope that this new class is that big update that's coming in a couple of weeks, because, dude, this anniversary update, I was actually a little slapped in the face by it. Like, we couldn't even have 4 battles with the bosses. I thought, okay, we'll get into this like big boss. I went in with 3 other guys to do that fight against, what was it, Skarn, I think?
Yeah.
It was over in 20 seconds. And I'm like, what? And I'm looking around, like, what else did we get? I think that the Butcher cosmetic, it's a generous gift. That's probably like a $30 to $50 value, but you don't get it right away. Like, we have to work towards it. They're going to keep us logging in for it. They are giving us some legendary crests and stuff. So like the gifts, I think, are okay. I don't have a problem with the gifts. I have a problem with there's no new content. The boss battles are just old boss battles that are just put in a different scene, really.
Yeah, it's just
I was disappointed. Yeah,
it was very disappointing. Because like this should be a phase that we want to celebrate, right? We want to celebrate the fact that the game, it is doing 3 years, and it just feels like like I can't even know, because like I am a creator, obviously the content depends on it as well, but even like I'm coming like this disappointment is as a player, man. Like I expect like I don't expect a lot like between patches, but at least I expect whenever we have like these moments, the peak moments. So you have the new class, you have the anniversary, and maybe you have the story update in December, and in what, like we have maybe like 4 moments of the year that we have like, or that they should be massive hype. Oh, and the collab, of course. The collab was pretty cool. I'm gonna say it was fine. It dragged for a bit, but it was fine. But it's been rough, and it's hard to get excited whenever it feels like even Blizzard is not excited.
I'll tell you what, man. I feel like there was more hype from me interviewing DM than from the update itself.
Absolutely.
I feel like that was more exciting to people than the update. I mean, the number of DMs that I got this morning from people, and just looking through the comments, like everyone was so excited to see him back. And all you hear about the now, I'm not trying to like toot a horn or anything, but like I really don't feel like people were excited about the update. And to be honest, I wasn't upset with it. I was just like, I was disappointed. Like I was a little shocked that it was as small as it was. And I really do think it's because they're kind of stretching us along for something. I think that something is going to be the new class. I just think that it's the 3rd anniversary. Hit us with a bang. Wake up, pop in, get a big.
Yeah, it's not a minor
keep
patch.
Logging in,
Yeah, it's not a minor thing. It's not a. At least drop us some crests. If you don't have content, give us some crests. Give us like something fun that people always get excited. I feel like that's like the thing for sure. And
I think there's another Mirror Jewels event I think coming next week. I heard a rumor of that somewhere, so that's cool. Although the last two have screwed me pretty good. I think I've gotten 38 1-star gems and and two stars from the last two. I'm due. But yeah, the update was a disappointment. But I always am a glass half full guy. I assume it's disappointing now because it's going to be a banger when
that's the copium speaking, right? Like that's where we want to hope that
that's what we want to hope.
But I feel
the new
like
class is coming.
Yeah, the new class is coming, but I just feel like as a Diablo player, or Diablo Immortal in this case, I feel like our standards are so low and our expectations are set so low that I don't know. It's just like I played other games, man. Like like anniversaries, like summer events, winter events, Christmas. I don't know. Like there's always like they always make like the excitement. They always try to bring. Not every game. I'm not saying every game. I'm saying like other games that I play. They always try. I think like they do a very good job in this sense. And I want to believe what you're saying, and then I just. I don't know. Like you're right. Like people are saying that, and like here also on the stream, they say, bro, like it's more entertaining to watch your stream than actually playing the game. And I feel like it shouldn't be that way. We shouldn't feel that way. Obviously, we should watch the stream and have fun, but also when you go to the game, you should also have fun. And you should and definitely the hype. And that's also whenever we as a content creators, especially in these moments of when things are more dry, I feel like it's when it's important to come up like with these things that's gonna make like maybe the player base excited or excited about your channel or and that's like the thing. Like we circle back to how we started. It's that like I think you do a very good job also when it comes to that. Maybe the idea that I did a few days ago that I don't want to talk about, but maybe that was not the best one, but also it was an attempt to bring some excitement to the community and like putting like the community speaking with each other and discussing and because a community without passion and without this discussion, and it's a boring community, and I feel like we as content creators, or in more specific as entertainers, I feel like we also have a role to play with this. What do you think about that?
I agree. The problem with the Diablo Immortal community, we could even go maybe even as far as the ARPG community, is everyone expects guides and tutorials and how-to content, right? So you're taking on this personality of more like a DM, someone that's a streamer, a personality. You do a lot more than just play the game. You haven't even played the game yet today. You've been streaming for 2 hours. You haven't even gotten into the game, right?
Yeah.
So I think I personally, you gave me a nice rating in your thing. Thank you. But I personally wasn't offended by it, and I'm not offended by that kind of content. Mm-hmm. I understand how sometimes it's hard to hear if someone gives you a rating that's like I heard your rating. You critiqued me as well. You gave me a nice score, but like there was a critique in there, and I could take the critique. And you didn't do it in a negative way.
Yeah.
But some people, it's just a different kind of content. It's a casual kind of content, and I personally like that kind of content. I think the issue was where you ran into was we're part of the creator program, and other creators from that program may have felt, may have been upset by it. So that's it. If you weren't in a creator program, say whatever you want about anybody. Who cares? There's nothing to lose. But you want to maintain a nice, friendly relationship with the people in the program because we're all peers, and with Blizzard themselves. I don't think anything you did was wrong in the content, but I do understand why people could have been offended by it because everyone has feelings and it hits them in different ways. But look at Asmongold, man. He reacts to everybody all day long. That's what he does. But you did the right thing. I think that you saw that it hurt some people and you took it down. I think at the end of the day, the right thing was done because you were being generous, where you could have just left it up if you wanted to. But yeah, I don't know. I think content needs to be more fun. I remember sitting with DM, and before he left Diablo Immortal, and we're sitting there like, okay, dude, this game, we've done all the guides. Like, you could obviously reproduce guides, but we've done all the guides that are to be done. We've done everything. Like, what kind of fun content can we make together? Like, what can we do that's just fun?
Yeah.
And some of my favorite fun content was made for Clash Royale from Nick and Molt. I don't know if you know who they are. Nick at Night, who's no longer Nick at Night, and Molt. They were both creators for that, multi-million subscribers, and they would just collab almost every video and compete against each other in the game. That was it. And
But how will they compete against each other?
There were ways that the game where you can go against each other or be teammates or something like that. They create different challenges, kind of like you did with Survivor's Bane with with Misery, like little competitions. They think of things, you have to use all ground troops, all air troops. They just compete, make up little stupid challenges. And now, obviously, that was at the beginning and in the peak of mobile gaming.
Yeah,
mobile gaming is on it's not the new thing anymore, right? When mobile gaming was new, I'm like all the original mobile gamers, like Chief Pat, Nick at Night, Molt, all those guys. Like, I've met all of them. Talking about meeting big content creators, I've met all of them at Supercell events, and again, they're just normal dudes too. But we're not there anymore. You can't just start streaming a mobile game and see instant pop off because everyone can do it now. It's not there's no equipment needed and all that. But
you can literally just do it from your smartphone, and the quality is good enough. Yeah, definitely enough. Like the barrier of entry. It's I feel like there's two ways, right? It's easier in a way, and also harder in another way, right? Because it is so easy to now output content, everyone can do it. There's more supply, there's more videos. But I also feel that even though the quality of content, because like even today, like 2025, a YouTube viewer, it is way more demanding. For example, with the audio, right? Like for me, audio is like one of the things. Like if the video has bad audio, I can deal like with a shitty camera. I can deal like with a little bit lightning and all these things. But bad audio, it is very hard for me to hear. And but so there's still opportunity. Like I always felt like looking back, I thought that, man, even if I want to become a content creator, like I'm too old, or my time has passed, and all these things, and it's not true. Like every day you see like creators popping off, even in Diablo Immortal, right? Like the other day there was a guy that made a build for the Tempest, and he came to speak with me. And he was like, man, I had this video did like 5,000 views in just a few days. What if now I go and I upload my vault battles and my battlegrounds and whatever. And I told him like, listen, you did a very good job. People are obviously interested, but if now you're gonna put like some content that maybe there's like, why? And I asked him like very clear, like, why would I watch your vault content? Like, why would I care? Like, I don't know you that enough. You don't have, and I try to explain, like, people went to your build and watch a build guide because people are always searching for build guides. It's like everyone is always starving for like the next build and this and that. And then he wanted to pretty much like just do more content. And I said like, listen, take a step back, try to come up like with something like as strong or valuable, so you don't kill your channel. And but it's actually very impressive that still even today in this game, Diablo Immortal, average content creator, bro, there was even no voice, and he got like 5,000 views.
It's because he was offering something, because like you said, people are looking for builds. He was offering it. All they care about is the build. They don't care about the face. They don't care about the audio. They just want to see the build. It's like when I used to build bases for Clash of Clans. I don't know if you've ever played or anyone's played Clash of Clans, but it was like base builds. Like, this is a build that you can't 3-star. People don't give a crap about what I'm talking about. They want to skip to the end of the video and look at the build completed and those videos get close to 1 million views, but they just want a good base. People just want a good piece, a good build here.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, we talked about it in that video with DM. Actually, I think I spoke about it in my video prior to that when I was talking about content creators.
Yeah.
It's real easy to do your first 20 videos on YouTube. You got all the ideas. I'm going to do this build. I'm going to do this event. I'm going to explain what that is. And then when those dry up, you're like, okay, now what the hell am I going to talk about? And that's when people die off, because it takes work and creativity,
Yeah.
It's hard.
It is definitely, you actually touch like in the right word, like creativity. Sometimes, like a lot of times, like in the morning, I'm like, I wake up, I try to go to the Reddit is fucking dry. I try to go, to like maybe the Nichols Discord to see if there's a new leak or something like that, and you just like scavenging for like something to do a
Little
video.
bits and pieces.
It is like, geez, okay, all right, there is nothing. So let me go back. What can I do? And I feel like that exercise, it's something that definitely, I think I got slightly better. And it was also, again, like looking at, what do you do? And, like you've been doing this for so many years. And I told like many months ago that I kind of wanted to make like those reps. And I feel that over time I am becoming better. And but I actually want to touch here on a certain subject, because I had like a video because of like copy paste content. So people say that content creators in Diablo Immortal, they do the same content. They cover the same news, they cover the same patch, they do the same rebuilds. What is your thoughts on that?
Copy paste content, man. There's so limited content inside of these games. I think there's no such thing as copy. I saw that video too. I actually saw that video, and I thought it was going to be a video that pissed me off when I watched it. I thought it was going to be someone like just beating down on content creators, but really they actually brought some good points.
But what video? Sorry, I was reading a message.
No, it's like, okay, a new gem comes to the game. We're all going to talk about the freaking new gem.
Yeah.
When if new essences come, we're all going to put those essences into the class that we use. And there's only so much we can do. That's why YouTube is not just about guides and builds, because if there was, there could be one dude that's doing all those videos and everyone would watch that one dude. And it does kind of work that way, right? Like sometimes there are I do builds. Sure. Some of those videos actually do well, but I'm not the best builder inside of the game. I'm much more of a casual person, as you said. But that's my thing, right? I'm here with dads that want to get back into Diablo that don't have a ton of time to sit in front of the PC. So we play Diablo Immortal and we try and get the most out of the game that we can with limited time that we have. And we just have a hell of a time and enjoy it. Every channel I've ever made and every game I've ever played, I've never said I am an expert at this game and I am the smartest, best player, because it's not true. And that's not why I'm there. And that also lends itself to why I like to put content out every day. I've seen so much feedback from people that they just want to see a video from me coming out every day, whether it's about the game or not. So I try to do that. And I don't all the time, but I try to. But regarding copy paste, man, it's going to happen. There's only so much stuff that happens inside of the game. And we try to put our own take on it. You have your spin that you put on everything. I have my spin. People watch you because they like you. And people like me watch me because they like me. And some people watch multiple of us because they like the game and they want to consume all of the content. And maybe people can't stand me and they don't watch my stuff. That's all cool. Like we just got to go out there and do it. But copy paste content, man, it's gonna be there.
And also I feel like there was like this comment that I also use from Snipes, that he said that why would you be bothered like if multiple channels covered like the same news or the same builds? Like, do you get bothered whenever you have like the 4 national TV channels covering the same news, but they are covering in different ways?
Great point. I love that. Actually, I've never heard that.
I was actually Snipes, he got unbanned just because of these comments. Actually was like I never thought about it in that way. And it makes total sense. Like, you watch like a certain channel, because maybe you like the person that presents, maybe you like the style, maybe you like their information, and some other people like another CNN or whatever are the channels there, and that's about it. Like you have, I will always bring my free to play perspective. I'm a unique. I have my own thoughts. You have your own perspective, and above all, I feel like what is important is like your channel or our channel should have a value proposition. It's like why would they come to our channel? I feel like it is so important to have a reason, and can be for news, can be for guides, and I feel like you said, like you not be the best to cover builds, but maybe you are the best at like getting things first than everyone else. Maybe you're you always bring your experience. One of the reasons why I always still watch your videos like regarding the news is because, man, you're just being here for a very long time and you have like all these knowledge like regarding the game, that I'm not talking about like the game itself, like the mechanics. I'm talking about like the whole spectrum of like Diablo Immortal since like beta. And you can bring something to the table and you can add some commentary that I can't, because I'm just like not knowledgeable about that fact. And even whenever you and DM were talking, like you said like that thing about like the Tempest that was data mined like back in the day, whatever. I had no idea. So I feel like bringing sometimes that lore and that experience to the table, and saying that, I feel like it is something that definitely would add value to me as a viewer, because it's just different.
No, we all can learn from one another, man. Like I'm learning from you as well. Like I learned from DM how to do patch notes. I was always very like all my content was edited and I wanted to be perfect before it went out, and I was never first. And I learned from DM, from being his friend, that I was hurting my channels from that. No one cares if it's perfectly edited or if this is perfectly centered on the screen while I'm talking about it. They want to know the information first, and once they get it, like for example, you put out the update information this weekend. I had my son's birthday party. I didn't put out a video. I put out a day later. Your video performed better than me. People had the news. Why do they need to go watch mine? So, right, it's a lot about just being relevant and getting there early enough.
You know what I do? I can give you but I don't know if you're gonna do, but whenever that happens to me, the way I do it is just like I create a better presentation, or I add the yesterday's news together with the today's news, or I add like the latest 3 news, because I also like put sometimes a build, a guide, and I don't always like make the news. So the way I do it, I try to add something extra from yesterday and today's, and I put it like on a nice PPT, because you're right. Why people will watch me? I mean, maybe for the take and things, but maybe like this is not enough because they already know the information that it is there. Because they already watch.
It's a good tip. But you, what I get from you, obviously, I think you're doing well because you're the live personality, right? You're the guy that's live every day. I think that's good. But also your reaction stuff, like it gets me very curious about reacting to people's things. I just worry that it pisses people off. Like,
he does.
I don't know.
He does.
Yeah. If someone puts out a great build video and I want to react to it, does that hurt? I personally don't think it hurts someone's video. Like you just watched me interview DM and your viewers watched that. I don't look at that and say, oh man, that's 500 less people that are going to come watch that video. I don't look at it that way, but a lot of people do. I think of it as just more exposure. It's good. Get my face out there. Get the channel out there.
Definitely. If you have that mindset, it's dumb. Like
if
you have like a YouTuber, like the bigger streamer or whatever, reacting to your video will always be more exposure. Brings the community. This they also on the live streams. This community that is here, these are very dedicated players. That are very invested on the game, and they may know you, but maybe you being here, now they are knowing you better, you know, outside of the videos and all these things. But it is a good point, like the fact that you know, I try to be live, and in the reaction stuff, I can tell you the downsides. The downsides, it is first, a reaction tends to be I don't think this is a problem for you. It's just like you have to speak on the spot, and you have to try to learn the pacing of the. But some people, they just don't like reaction content, and especially sometimes you find like imagine if I react to your video, actually you have a very good community, but there may be like other, especially like smaller content creators, they have like these very passionate people that they love their creator, and it's like, you're stealing the video from my creator, and you're stealing the views, and he's watching from a views perspective, so you're probably gonna get there. And the other thing is like, you're just exposing more of yourself, your opinions, more genuine opinions, and sometimes you know, it can go wrong. You know, it can go wrong, and it can go right. But either way, you are showing your flaws, you're showing your stronger points, and I feel like people will just get a better connection towards you once they start understanding more your you know, because like whenever if you only watch my YouTube videos, you only see the presentation in this, you know what I'm saying? I am presenting you the information, I am presenting you the news, like you don't see like the other side most of the times, like the fun, the you know. So yeah, you're just exposing more of yourself, but if you're confident enough in your personality and all these things, I think you can do well.
Yeah, I'm gonna mess around with it a little bit. It's always fun to try out new things. I mean, I've done reaction content. I used to have a reaction channel where I would just react to shorts, and a TikTok where I would do stuff like that, and it was fun, but that was worse. Like, I like how you do it. You give context, and you like, you watched my video, which was a half hour, and it took you an hour and a half to get through it because you added context. So I'm gonna mess around with that myself. We could all always learn from each other. You know, you're a smaller creator than me, but it doesn't mean that I mean, I think honestly, you bring a ton to the table as a content creator. I don't even look at you as a small creator anymore. I think you're a pretty legit creator in this Diablo Immortal space. But even some of the ones that are like newer and smaller, we could learn from all of them. Yeah. Everyone's got a it goes with life, right? Everyone's got a little bit of knowledge that they can be shared. And I'm looking out the window because my son just got off the bus, so I should probably dip off your stream and say hi to my kid.
No, I feel like if you there's only one thing regarding the reactions is like understanding what is a good reaction video, you know. Not like reactions to, I understand, like to certain guides, to builds, like they don't tend to perform really well. That's why I'm always starving for content like you did. Like you see it, I know, okay, I got a reaction video. You know, you are with the DM, I got a reaction video. Like even like Sid or sometimes a Polio, you know, like there's always, as long as you bring something to the table and you know that you can also add context and value. So it's just not like 8 minutes video and you're like, yeah,
sitting there.
True. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
Yeah. I get it, man. All right. I'm gonna go.
It's good to have you
me on.
Yeah.
Thanks, chat, for hanging out and supporting Indez as well. But hey, man, have a good one. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, have a good one, man. Cheers.
Later, bud.
Bye. What a day, guys. What a day. Let me bring my webcam back. Woo, chat! What a fucking content! We listen, nuclear content today. Absolutely nuclear content today. Can we have here some big shout outs to our boy Echo? If you still did not, I mean, go there, drop him. Obviously, let me go here. At Echo, Echo. Okay, Echo Gaming. All right, there it is. Go there, drop a sub to my boy Echo. Is I mean, I love Echo. You know, I've been in this game for a while, right? I've been in this game for a while, and definitely even before I started to create content, I there are multiple creators that I adore, and I used to consume their content all the time. So it's like it's actually a privilege that now I'm able to actually go and hear and sit and all these things. It is actually fantastic. So let me see, guys. Are we gonna push to the 6,000 subs? Oh my god! Like maybe I'll have to create a new channel. I'll have to test it out. Like this channel, like it is a very old channel, but I don't think it's good. I don't think it's gonna work. So maybe we're gonna have to create a new Indez TV, starting from the bottom. Now we're here. Okay, that's like the Drake song. Anyways, well. Guys, this is like being fucking great. Like, how long have we been streaming? We've been streaming for almost 3 hours, and 3 hours of stream. Do you guys enjoy? Did you guys enjoy this kind of content? Because I love it. Echo for news in this. I got the gamer news for the gamer news. By the way, Josh, are you here? I want to say some W to Josh. I don't know if he's still here, but really appreciate here the membership, boys. Absolutely golden. Next time we see Josh here, maybe I will appreciate the membership. Let me actually join. Let me put him here on the Wall of Legends, guys. Wall of Legends, we're gonna put. I'm not gonna put the Lord XX. Okay, I'm just gonna put Josh. We're not bringing that Lord shit here. All right, I know it's trendy in Diablo Immortal. I know it is, but man, there's a lot of chat that you guys were saying some very interesting things. Let's just review here a bit what you guys were saying, because I know that me and Echo, I was like reading the chat, but like some things were a bit off topic. What are you guys saying? I was there 2 years ago defending DM when people made tons of memes comparing him to a Carrot Top. Nah, that's crazy. That's some fucking bullshit, man. At this point in this, your face is your brand. The way you incorporate in your avatars for the classes. Oh yes. I tried to do nicely on that. Yeah, thank you guys so much. So one thing I wanna really appreciate you guys, that you actually kept kept the chat alive while me and Echo were speaking. That was fucking great. Avok was saying, I believe that interact streams is probably a good positive move moving forward. Yeah, that's absolutely what I try to do, right? Most CCs are way too complicated. Most players are not well, so content above Inferno 3 or 4 is used for majority of players. I mean, it will take you a while, right? Like, I understand what you mean. The problem, like Grim, is like it's very hard to actually like do like low level content. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Really appreciate fucking good vibes today. Nothing but good vibes. It was fucking awesome. Yo, Crimson. Welcome. Look at here, another sub. Can we have some W Crimson in chat? Thank you so much, man. Oh, dude. Is Blood Knight good or okay? I mean, I think it's okay. I think it's just fine. It's still doable to play with it, right? Snow Wolf enjoyed so much. It's Fireman. It's good stuff. I think I'll probably like bring like this reaction was awesome. I had a blast. There should be a CC channel. I did everything wrong in Diablo Immortal, but I'm free to play and having fun with it. Yeah, that's pretty much like... Okay, that was me in the first months, okay? But then I learned the same way, Grim, you're gonna learn the game, and then it's gonna be very hard for you to do that. BK is really nasty if you have a lot of potency. Yeah, but that's like most people... Like, if he's asking that, it's probably like he's a new player, right? How is Barbarian treating you? Very poorly. Oh, dude. Have you tried PP? Not yet. But I actually found out a better build for Barbarian. All right, for Barbarian, I found out a better build. That is not like the only improvement I made on the build was actually replacing the Thunder Legacy for the Bug Breaker. The Bug Breaker is definitely more damage. Regarding the PvP, I still didn't try. I'll probably like do that in the next days. Is my Reforge? What do you mean? If Diablo Immortal was like this stream, we will be rolling in content. Yeah, that's why, you know, it's like I said, man, I really there are definitely a few creators that I think that is important to have like that feeling of doing something new from time to time, you know. For me, actually, it was interesting from Echo, right? Like, I think the newness comes from sometimes when we do like some cosplay streams, or we do like those events, the Halloween events with during Christmas was really fun as well. So I always try, but you know, every creator needs to do it at his own pace, you know, and its own style. It's also important. So this interview, most likely, only Echo could pull it off because of the relationship with DM, right? Changing classes affects your DPS for reforging? Huh? I never heard about that. So what do I need to do? Because I don't think so. I went from Crusader to Wizard and I was popping off. No, I was absolutely popping off. No, I actually went Crusader, Tempest, and then Wizard. Is Darth microtransaction coming back? I don't think so. Listen, we watched the whole thing. My hot take is that the only way that I see ever DM coming back, I don't think he will ever come back like full time. Obviously, that would be stupid for him. But I feel like one day maybe he will gonna come and dip his toe on the game. But it's gonna be a sponsorship opportunity. The thing is, like, the budget to hire at this stage DM, oh, it is a lot. It is a lot. So I don't know if Blizzard will be willing to pay for that. But besides that, I really do not see DM actually coming or playing the game. But it'll be fun. It will be fun to see it. Okay, I understand, God, but how do I fix it? So I'm fucked. I switch class because I switch classes all the time. Every week we're switching classes. Do you think they'll do a crouch or give us Inferno 7? I think they'll do the crunch, leveling crunch. I think so. Inferno 7, and I'll try to explain you why. Is because otherwise it's gonna start becoming very overwhelming. We are already at level 800. I expect that, or maybe they will give, I don't know, man. Maybe they can still give like 7, 8, and 9. But imagine you're starting the game and you have multiple levels of hell and you have multiple levels of Inferno until like Inferno 9. I feel like that's very disencouraging. It's very disencouraging. How does changing class affects Reforge? I absolutely have no idea. But if so, I want to know how to fix it. But I don't think it's that. Reforge saves is when you change back from PvP to PvE. Okay, I can try. I know exactly my DPS right now on Barbie is like 3.5. We need new levels for the new difficulties, such as tournaments. So you think it's gonna be like tournament 1, 2, and 3? That could actually be a thing, right? That could actually be a thing. How does Reforge work? Basically, you have like these gear ranks, right? And at rank 6, 11, no, 6, 11, 16, 21, and 26, you unlock this Reforge bonus. That's why like leveling your gear is very important in this game. You get these ones here. And then you have Reforge stones that you can actually go and use and swap. Where is the best PvP support class? I'll say like it is Wizard. You gotta be Wizard. Wizard, I feel like right now it is... I will say like it is in PvP, after trying out, I think it's S tier, man. What do you guys think? I feel like the class, it is a blast to play. It is strong as hell, and it is a blast. Maybe it's time for us to do like some PvP tier list, huh? Maybe we can do it tomorrow. Crusaders can also good support. Yeah, they can, but they are much better, in my opinion, at being DPS with the shield. I don't think like it's that's the way. Guys, today I haven't played the game at all. I was busy the whole day. Yeah, we can do maybe tomorrow. What do you guys think? Do you think it's like tier list time, guys? Let me see from my channel. Okay. Let's bring the channel. When was the last time I did a tier list? Okay, these are for the legendary gems. Oh, it's been a while, guys. Okay, best. It was oh my 3 months ago. 3 months ago. That's crazy. Already 3 months. Oh, it's definitely tier list time, guys. It is absolutely tier list time. So probably tomorrow we're gonna do the tier list. When you say you need to swap your first class.
Jari or Hala super chatted €4.39. Tier list greater than equals 3.
Yari, we're gonna do it tomorrow. All right, Yari, join you here. Thank you so much for the 5. Joining the Wall of Legends. Tomorrow we do. Today we already did a lot of content. We gotta actually play the game sometimes, you know. But you know what? I don't mind playing the game off stream and do these on stream, like these things. It'll be fun. But today was like absolutely nuclear content. Absolutely nuclear content. I had a plan to come here and actually try to push for the high DPS on Barbarian. But then, like, you know, we had that banger content to react. So, when you swap classes, you need to check your reforged loadouts to make sure it's correct. It is correct. It's here. That I know I got it. Yo, Zia. No, that I made sure. Now I understood. I thought what he was saying was like these values here will do less damage. That's what I got from the first. Show your orange runes. What about it? I mean, I have like one lev. I have 2 zoos. This one critical hit. I have one. Which one is this one? I don't even know. Oh, this is the last. The last gives us a shield. And then I have like this other one here. But to be honest, this is not the best one for PvE. This is it. And then I have multiple ones here. I have 2 chest pieces. I have like these ones. But I don't even use these ones. Alright, this is done. Sounds good. Your DI brother travel all the way to the U and the Oceania to hang out with you and Lauren. No reply back in the only game. Listen, Snipes, you're banned on the game, okay? That's why. And I don't know if Lauren banned you, but I banned you in the game. So if you whisper me, I cannot read.
I hope that can help.
How long until you get the first awakened slot? That really depends on how much luck and grind you do. You know, like it's really that simple. If you grind a lot, maybe you can get like some orange runes, or you can try to sell like maybe some normal gems at the start, even if I didn't do that. Pets, to sell pets nowadays it's just like is almost impossible, right? How did he get banned for 1 month? No, I read like this the other day. I was watching like this video. I don't know what it was, which video was from which creator, but Snipes had like a very basic comment, and he actually made me realize that maybe he actually has a brain, and then I saw him on the Lauren stream, and I was like, you know what? Let me unban this guy, and I'll give him a second opportunity. And by the way, I actually unbanned every single person. And so the way you ban people on YouTube is like you just hide them from their from your channel, right? So if they type something you just don't read, or other people's cannot also read their comments, but they still see their comments. So in their own minds, they are not banned. They still think that they are putting the comments, but just only them can actually see. Nobody else can see their comments. So I unban everyone, and I made a new video, right? And holy shit, there are people that I banned like 6 months ago, like literally. There's like these guys like a Black Jesus whatever, Black Jesus Gaming or whatever, and bro, literally the dude is still hate commenting after 6 months in every single video. I know for a fact that every video I'm gonna post, I will have like 4 or 5 dislikes from the same people that I pissed off. Or I didn't. I don't even think I pissed off. I just think, like, you know, that's like their thing. Their thing is to hate comments and dislike. They are committed, absolutely committed. And I saw his comments and I said, damn, after all this time, you still hate comment. No. It was like something like that, right? And then I said, back to the trash can, loser. And then I banned him. Yeah, listen. Sometimes, listen, you gotta make sure to let them know as well, right? Like, it is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Yo, Egg, what's up? How you doing, brother? But usually I am a fair guy, and I tend to give like opportunities to people. But obviously, if you got banned once, you are on a you're like on zero tolerance, right? You are on the naughty list, right? So you were naughty once. If you're naughty again, just ignore the haters. No, I do. Like, so personally, most of the hate that you get, like, it's normal. It is the internet. What are you gonna do, man? Just some people. So I don't mind when people criticize the video. I don't mind when people don't agree with my opinion. I don't even listen. And when I say agree with my opinion, it's like, oh, look at this guy saying such a trash thing, blah 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 blah. Like, those things I actually do not annoy me. But like, if you just like, you know, just like being a troll and obnoxious, I don't want to read that shit. You know, it is annoying. It is absolutely annoying. When I was a beginner, I got recommended your channel to the Diablo Discord. Really? I hope it's served you well. So I also think, like, if you ever want to do anything as public as I do, like, I literally, there is my face right here, and I put my personality. Like, you gotta need to build up a thick skin, boys. You know, like, you just gotta. You gotta become a tank, a real life barbarian. All right. We have Undying Rage, so we good, guys. Snow, you fall asleep listening to Indez? Yeah, that's how entertainer. What, like, I don't know if that's a compliment or if it is like, man, you know what? This guy, it is so boring. It is perfect for me to fall asleep. So I don't know how to take that one. I guess we gotta take both, right? What are they, boys? What are they? You know what, guys? I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna be very transparent right now. I don't feel like to play Diablo Immortal right now. I think we had a banger of a stream. I am super happy with how we went, so I think I'm just gonna go have dinner with my wife, enjoy the time, probably play some Diablo Immortal, chilling maybe on the Discord server, and that's it. whatever you have, like these days that whatever I'm gonna do next, it will never beat anything else. So I think we're gonna leave on the high note, and also big W for Echo, right? Like, fuck, man. Every time I see a banger video from Echo, I'm like, thank God, dude. I got some banger reaction for today. How much time I'm looking to reach 850? That really depends on how much you play, right? Maybe a few weeks on average. Let me just kill these. We finish these. So tomorrow, I'm gonna put here on my schedule. We're gonna do the tier list. We're gonna finish with the banger. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being here. You guys are absolutely fantastic. So, as always, legends, thank you for watching. And I catch you guys tomorrow on the live stream. And I also want to thank our boy Yari and Josh to come up with the legendary support and joining here the Wall of Legends. If you guys ever want to like, subscribe, and join the membership, really supports the channel. But above all, I appreciate your time. That's more important to me. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you guys had a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And yeah, banger fucking content. Nuclear content, guys. Nuclear content. Remember that. Peace.